And we are returning to the intermission between Book 1 and Book 2 in the Conflict Saga, the Sulphur Winter role-playing game Svavelvinter rollspelet. And yeah, I don't even know what chapter we'll be on by this time because my backlog is terrible when it comes to editing. That's okay.
This is our 15th game.
So we're on chapter 30, I guess, because just double it, or 29, something like that. This game is rated R because people are absolutely terrible at each other. We've just seen what happened in Trinsmyran with the burned child, which sounds as horrible as it really was. You have been warned, audience.
You have been warned.
That is. I mean, that's. I think if you read the novels that came out of this campaign when it was novelized, it's about the level. I think we're on the level with the novels. Though I think maybe there is more overt references to human genitals in the novels, probably. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I should read the novels.
The novels are pretty explicit. The novels are pretty explicit. They are indeed.
Excellent. Well, on that note, hi, I'm Stephanie. I play Eldrida da Vumbra. I am sort of the group's utility member. I do a little bit of swordplay, a little bit of alchemy, a little bit of witchery, but generally speaking, I'm kind of like the woods witch ranger person of the group. And I'm also the only one with a conscience, I think. So, yeah.
No, you lost that conscience when we sacrificed that guy.
I mean, I only lost a little bit. Only a little bit of it.
This game does not have a system for humanity.
Ain't no chains on me.
And then we have...
Nefria da Kolhalla. I'm Harsmina, and I play Nefria da Kolhalla. She is the kind of rabble-rouser of the group. She likes to stir things up and use her, other people to cash the checks her mouth writes.
They're very big, those checks, I just have to say.
I'm Ghost, and I'm playing Sifanu da Krimbydh, and the disgraced doctor turned necromancer, and I'm the one who usually has to cash those checks.
Not incorrect.
Oh, magic.
Indeed.
I'm the infamous Rob. I get to portray Sir Artegue da Fontra Cilor, who usually goes without the Sir and is the debauched tank and protector of the party. And yes, Fanu cashes the vast majority of the checks, and I, whenever he's, just needs more checks in the checkbook, I pick up the, but whatever's left behind.
Every once in a while, they need a hammer to get a nail.
I mean, Artegue's great against a problem. Sifanu's good against continents. It's just a different...
I would actually argue that Artegue is really good with continents.
Ooh, good one.
Land masses love me.
They do.
They do. All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jess, the only one for once, and I'm an influence use. By which I mean I will be portraying Lady Brythanni Walliswaith, a perfectly innocent tour guide.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone is innocent in this world. Yep, that's how it is. Completely. Don't ask any questions. Last time we met, there was. Does anyone want to do a summary of? It's gonna be weird because we're gonna do two summaries of the same session with two different groups.
If only there were someone who desperately needed fate die.
I would love to do a summary. One moment, please. Last time we actually, each of us, I believe, played two characters. We played both our adventurers and our shadow power. At the great wedding of, and I'm not going to say all these names correctly, so I will apologize in advance, but Geryon, yes, and Lady Princess Folda got married and there was much rejoicing on Palamuxian, and also murder and sacrifice were also occurred. Most of the shadow powers were present there. I primarily played Ingolma Dokella throughout that. She's the basically mafia leader, but she's just a gentle old lady, I assure you. And
Is everyone's innocent?
Nefria also was Fundibéra. Fundibéra arrived to sort of watch the events and also create lovely fireworks. But the real highlight of the evening was Golba de Gurumi sent their manservant, I guess, I don't know, their muscle prawns to the event to basically tell the Palamuxian self-proclaimed emperor Geryon that I don't know what, like he should stop doing what he's doing. And they arrived with like about 20 armed guards, I believe. And their response was not good. Geryon was very upset about this and sent his guards to escort Prawns and individuals out. And Prawns, she ended up getting, if I remember correctly, she was paralyzed originally by Sifanu. And it gets complicated from there, but then she was escorted out in her paralytic state, and Artegue was waiting for her. Artegue did allow her an opportunity to regain her senses and take hold of her sword, and then proceeded to hit her on the head with a hammer so hard that the gods heard the crack. At that point, there was some intervention needed, but Prawns did barely make it out through Sifanu's necromantic intervention at the behest of Ingolma. Ingolma doing so, obviously, because she wanted a favor to ask of people later. And then Prawns left, and Prawns' associates all left with Ingolma. And then the night continued happily with Geryon and Folda celebrating, I assume, till late in the morning with much debauchery being had. Is that a good summation? Does that cover the highlights?
I think so. I think it's a very good summary.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesomeness.
With the one exception that before Prawns was paralyzed, she absolutely owned everybody who asked her to leave.
Oh,
yes.
That is valid. Yes, I
Yes.
That
should
was
mention
so
that.
painful.
That stare
Yeah,
down was
yeah.
intense.
She did sort of rock everybody with the eyes. The eyes were a whole thing.
Yeah, that's what the Bansikan does. It teaches you to stay away from people who can mess you up. Though she couldn't actually mess up Sir Artegue.
If it only
Didn't even
weren't
ruffle
for
its
that
hair.
hammer.
Yeah, that didn't work at all. But
Did not have somebody around
That-
to cash her checks.
That's good though.
all right,
No.
what was that?
Oh no, never mind. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask you guys about your temporary goals for the near
Oh,
future, because
shit,
I didn't
yeah.
actually ask about that recently. We had the whole goal with the wedding, and then now what?
Yeah. Now we're just hanging out in Fontra Cilor. God. I don't know. Sifanu, do you have an easy goal this session, maybe?
No. I've got the worst goal of all. I have to reestablish the sulfur trade.
No, that's the
Oh no, temporary goal. Temporary
That's
goal.
your shadow command, which is much easier.
Yeah.
Your shadow command is just impossible, bro. Good luck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have fun
I
leveling
mean,
up.
you didn't fulfill the last one like at all, so I don't know what you expect out of this. I mean, really.
He did bring back artifact. Yeah, no mummies.
No.
There weren't
Yeah.
any
No
mummies.
mummies.
No mummies.
They were all trying to eat my face.
It's like sending a guy to go get you a chocolate chip mint ice cream. You're like, I'm sorry, they don't have any. That's it. You're banished. That's it.
Yeah. Did you miss the part about like godmother mafia situation going on? Like, I didn't break his legs.
Keep this up. Your workers are going to unionize.
I mean, they already did. Never. But that's funny. Okay.
Well, Rob, you had mentioned before that there's something going on in Moskorian about some dead earth that's providing bad crops or something like that.
Yeah. Mikhail tells me it's the Moskorian plains that are apparently all salty and don't give good crops and shit.
They
so,
are, yeah.
Yeah, I suppose I can put a dressing with that as my temporary goal and be a happy man.
Address.
Whether or not I actually address it, up in the air, but I'll try.
That's
All right.
Just like I'm gonna try to go to HOXOH, but we can't do both. So
No, you can do both. This is 3 months. You definitely have time to do both. To re-green the Moskorian plains? Is that what we're saying? Not like that?
Green.
I think how this brings me up to 4
No.
fate die
Can
for
I
this
just go with
session?
or can we just make them fertile again? Because like making them green implies I then have to grow shit too, and that's just. I mean.
how about just going with unblight the land? It's their
Yeah,
problem. they can do
unblight
it.
the land. I like that. No, sorry, Artegue does not have the patience to farm. Like, you have to wait for
That's
things
a
to
fair
happen.
point,
That's
yeah.
just, no.
Did we get his shadow command done?
I mean, I tried.
No, I mean, Geryon Geryon given Sir Artegue a shadow command recently?
There was the one he failed.
Yeah, there was the one Artegue failed, which was kill Lady Brythanni.
Yes.
And,
Oh, I missed that part of the intro.
You
yeah,
did,
that's what
yes,
I wasn't
it's
saying
true.
anything about.
Yeah,
I was
it
happy.
was-
Oh no, let's go back. Let's go back. Listeners, this is a great part. So Artegue was apparently told that he's got to kill Lady Britannia. Yeah,
Brythanni.
Brythanni.
Thank you.
And the
Sorry,
order
Brittany.
was to
Brittany
remove.
pretentious.
Yes, that's valid. So he had to kill Lady Brythanni because Brythanni insulted Princess Folda to marry Geryon. Right. So and Artegue, instead of doing that, banged Brythanni, and then well, I think it was some mutual things. But during that process, Brythanni tied him up and otherwise basically rickrolled him. I think that's really. And in the how was the end resolved? Was that like simply she's not going to be seen by Geryon in the court again? Is that correct?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah,
she'll
that,
be
because the order
those were
was
Artegue's
I don't.
That was my
The order was
suggestion.
I don't want to see her again. So Artegue said, please do not let him see you again. Now can we have sexy fun times? And that's really what happened.
That is really
Right.
what happened. Well,
Yeah.
the plan was sleep with her and then kill her.
Oh,
There's no reason you
That's
shouldn't be allowed to have a
shameless.
good time first.
that's so weird. That's so weird, Robert.
Unfortunately, Brythanni has 3 times as much water as Artegue has.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, you
Oops.
should let me tie you up. Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a great time.
You are a man who thinks with interesting body parts. Okay.
Artegue.
How many
is
fate dice
not
does
an
that give me,
assassin.
Mikhail, for the session? Is that 4?
Yes, you have 4 in total. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, we were talking about Artegue's possible new shadow command. Geryon, any new instructions there? You're still in. I mean, after this intense wedding night, that was intense for more people than one. Geryon is in reach of Sir Artegue and can easily dispatch messages to his lackey.
He would, but Geryon would be way too angry to actually say anything other than a giant middle finger.
I'm
You
sorry.
had one job.
I'm sorry. What do you want?
Shadow
So-
command is to fuck off.
He can do that.
Artegue proceeds to fuck off. I mean, your will be done, sir.
Interesting. Well, for now, there is no shadow command at all. There has to be. There will be some forthcoming for Sir Artegue to work with, so he can level up later on. That's okay. I'm going in more or less alphabetical order, which means Eldrida, I guess. I have updated your shadow command. What would be your temporary goal? Are we changing anything here, or are you staying with the one that you still have?
No, I am gonna change that. I think. Do do I have my shadow
Because
command listed here?
Fundibéra did update your shadow command.
Okay.
I put it in the shadow command.
All right, thank you. Oh, I got it. Okay. That's the power I took. To see. Ugh. Okay. All right. Well, we can talk about the sulfur trade, I guess. Sifanu, my command is in line with yours in some ways. I can kind of help. Maybe. No, not really. But okay, we'll figure that out.
Yep.
Temporary goal is going to be. Oof. Let's see. So the political situation is pretty crazy right now. We've got really Palamuxian is showing some serious backbone against Moskorians. And we're headed to HOXOH. Is that the plan right now?
Yeah, that's our first plan.
More or less.
I think my goal this session then, if we're going into HOXOH, is to find something magical for my shadow power or for myself that might be of benefit. Whether that's knowledge or an item or I don't know, but something that's going to be of benefit to
find magic.
Magical.
Find magic. Okay. Finding magic in HOXOH is super simple. The problem
but
is,
it's going to have to be something that is related to me and Fundibéra and sort of like what we do.
Yeah, that's going to be the trick because you will get to that. We'll get to that. I'm not gonna.
Is that a good temporary goal?
Yep, absolutely. It's great. Okay, Lady Brythanni, what might be your temporary goal?
Oh, okay.
Are we changing it, or are we sticking with the one that you already have here?
Oh, I should look and see what did I write down? My temporary goal. For now, I think I want to go visit my friends in Nostral.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you pronounce that, by the way? I've only ever seen it written down.
Nostral?
Right.
I don't know. It's the God that is the author of this world does say that there are lots of pronunciations depending on which part of the empire you're from. So I'm sure Lady Brythanni's pronunciation will be perfect. There we go. So yeah, I mean I have put that on the sheet under Destiny, Bane, and Goal. So head up towards Nostral, then we have Brythanni, Eldrida, Artegue. I'm not doing this very alphabetically at all, am I? Because I don't know how to write anymore. Apparently, once you leave academia, you forget everything, including how the alphabet goes.
I had a world question here.
Yes.
HOXOH doesn't look like it's part of anything. Is it its own animal that doesn't
it's its own
answer to
animal.
anyone else?
That is entirely intentional. Both the Holy Kishot and HOXOH are not. If anyone would have chosen either Edwil Hustler, the Grand Sentinel Delusionist, or the Holy Kishot, they would have been in play. But I feel that they are so powerful entities in their own right that I want to give them the agency of being outside the board of the Game of Shadows for now.
For now, Kashi.
For now.
Well, as you can see, no spoilers, audience, but people die in the Game of Shadows.
Yes, they did. Yeah. Some naval officers are no longer around, and more importantly,
it's a dangerous job.
It is a dangerous job. You risk
Everything's
falling.
a dangerous job here.
You risk falling down a cliff into the ocean below and never come up again. That's a thing that can happen.
Interesting that you call it falling instead of being thrown, but I suppose the end result. At some point, you stop being thrown and just become falling.
Okay, did we have a new shadow command for Nefria, by the way, from Limer? Seeing as Limer has actually been... No, he's over in Palamuxian at the moment. Paratorna at the moment, Limer is. Very brave of him. But nobody tried to kill him, so he's fine so far.
Well, listen, someone had to do it because apparently the Empire needs to be carried on. So.
But there might have been, I mean, there are people in Fontra Cilor serving Limer who could, drop off a little letter thing to Nefria.
Yeah. I mean, she did just complete her last shadow command.
She did, yes. Oh, that means that we actually don't have to give her a new one until she's leveled up, so... I just realized.
Did I check out the nobles in Himbergond?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we had a thing there with there was a proud shovel.
Oh.
The Baron, who was very infatuated with Nefria.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that I recall now. Okay, cool.
Excellent. So that was cool. Okay, Sifanu, finally, just checking up on everything here. You have your shadow command. Do you have a temporary goal? I guess it has something to do with HOXOH.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then. There we go. So we find ourselves in the hottest months of the year, July, August in our world, which is known as Byrdo in this world, Melendo and Byrdo. The wedding has come and gone with all its controversies, and by now you will have heard news from Partorna about, I think that probably triggers a celebration, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Like, everybody is partying intensely when they hear about Director Guba da Grumi's death.
I mean, it's Fontra Cilor. They party because it's Tuesday. Like,
This is a fair point.
She's not wrong.
On the other hand, in the Manticore's headquarters, they party more than they usually do. I would think.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, unless Geryon's being too sour about the whole thing, there's no reason not to drink.
No one's allowed to be happy.
I had to apologize.
But did you see what I did to her with that hammer? Here, have a beer. You'll feel differently.
Or two. It's a phenom beer. It's the best. Bodvin Scoffer imported it. We remember.
Oh, that's right. We've got the good stuff.
Yeah, you got the good stuff. A lot of
I
it,
figure
too.
the Emperor must have, ancestral wine somewhere or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, probably. Or, well, would if I mean, it's the right temperature for growing wine around here, vineyards, but the soil again.
All right. Well, maybe I'll fix that, and then he'll forgive me.
There's good wine in Nastrol.
Now, Stroll might actually work better for making wine than Moskoria because of the soil. I think the hills up there are kind of spared that salty sediment drop off from the Kafasa River down into Moskoria. So it's better to be in the hills, I guess. So and it makes sense too because there's so many monastic orders in Nastrol. What would monks do if they couldn't grow wine, right?
Cry a lot.
And practice martial arts, apparently. That's what we do when we are monks in this part of the world. So, yes, I was also going to ask, actually, about another interesting thing that we haven't explored much, at least on screen so far, Sir Artegue, and that is, in fact, what about the rest of your family?
Yeah, that's a very...
I'd love to visit your family.
That's a very good
I'm
question.
sure they've got lovely stories.
I never really defined the rest of my family, aside from the brother I killed.
Exactly. So this is an excellent moment to do some of that if you want.
I see where you're saying it's an excellent place to do that. If
Because
I'd thought about it before this moment, that would have been an excellent idea. Your suggestion may come too late to be helpful.
I should have. Yeah, it came to mind to me now as well. Yeah.
Could have occurred to me earlier as well. I'm not blaming you.
Does he have any family? And will your fellow adventurers meet them?
Because he killed his brother simply to move up the chain of succession enough to qualify for a house. So presumably there are more of them. Presumably, as many of us, there are small, shitty houses.
Right?
Yeah, so presumably Artegue has at least 2 more siblings.
Do they hate him?
And presumably at least one parent must be alive, or else he would have inherited already.
So that means that but maybe, I don't know if the family is in fact in Fontra Cilor at the moment. Are these relations terrible, or are they amazing?
No, I'm a steal Jess's idea. That's perfection itself. Yeah, no, definitely. My siblings might have definitely fled Fontra Cilor after Artegue stole somebody else's magical warhammer and beat him to death with it.
Wow.
So they may in fact. It was a duel. It was like that duel with prawns, though. They brought this tiny little sword thing, and Artegue had an enormous hammer. It just.
Sure. It's all their fault for bringing the tiny little sword.
That's right.
Just wait. I didn't even know Sifanu then, or I would have brought him, and he would have been my weapon. It would have been great. Rip their spine out. But yeah, so no, presumably, though Artegue hasn't been home at this point for what, like a year at least? So, like, unless they crept back into town, yeah, I think more comfortable to say they just ran away. And we'll say one of Artegue's parents is dead because death is just wonderful. Who should die here, mom or dad?
Solves so many problems.
Artegue seems like the type to have been raised by a strong woman.
I agree.
Fair. Artegue's dead. Dad is dead. Ostensibly in a duel. Sure, that makes perfect sense.
It does make sense.
Goes around, comes
That's
around.
where he got it from.
Right? It does make
Learning
sense.
from watching
Behavior
you,
of
Dad.
yours is definitely a learned behavior.
No,
It
it seems
does
like
make
if those
sense, yeah.
duels are fair, you might die like my dad.
Right?
All right, there you go. So yeah, presumably my mom still has an estate here somewhere, because there would have to be something to inherit to worry about an inheritance.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, you are in the estate, and we talked about the estate last time, about how run down it is, like half of it, or is it
More than half.
2/3 of it? Is it 3/4 of it that is just a ruin?
Yeah.
There's like
At
one
least-
habitable
at least
corner.
3/4. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the type of I'm imagining here kind of like the type of down and out lower nobility that you could maybe have found in some parts of France just before the revolution, that like we have no money left and our estate is slowly crumbling and
Yeah.
getting overgrown, but we
No, it's
have our
just-
name.
Yeah. And we have our name, we have one servant, and this livable portion of house.
Yeah.
And a really nice garden outside.
If you
Which is
consider-
clearly there for my mother. It all makes perfect sense.
Okay, that portion of the garden is really nice, and the rest is just overgrown wilderness.
Well, right, yeah. It's very fertile. How about that? I'm not saying it's properly pruned so much. It's very fertile.
Yeah, because I'm thinking here, is the adventurers, or indeed Lady Brythanni, gonna engage anything with Sir Artegue's family and estate while still in Fontra Cilor?
Boy,
Can't
you're gonna
think
bring
of a
her
reason
home
why
to
Sifanu
mom?
would.
You
I
should
have a
bring
servant-
her home to mom.
I have a servant named Strumpa who would love to take your bags and then struggle under them because he's a frail old man.
Bring her home to mother.
Nefria sure would love to dig around for a hook.
I mean, Brythanni certainly has to, I mean, her Empress now, I suppose, her Empress runs this town. Like, she has to be capable of finding, my ancestral home.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
you know,
sure.
Artegue did offer to show her his embroidered veil collection, so
Oh, yeah, it's true.
He
Does he
did.
has several embroidered veils. His mother
a
cares
little
very
awkward that I'm
much.
going to be bringing more servants with me than he has.
Slap in the
Artegue's from the
face.
wrong
You're going to
side
be
of the
cleaner
tracks.
than the whole house.
What is that? Do I have to make a map of Sir Artegue's estate at some point? Yes, I do. I will concede
Well, I wouldn't
the
say you
point.
had to, but you can choose to, sir.
I can
But I
choose
mean-
to.
From what I understand, the way this works is I'm an NPC who has been sent to assist y'all for the session. So whatever use you would like to make of this character for this purpose.
Geryon was too mad at me to tell me that anything was going on. So,
Geryon might not have known about this.
no, okay, fair.
Although, admittedly, how this went in my mind is, Lady Brythanni ran her mouth, and Folda said, if you're gonna be needlessly provocative, you can go play tour guide, and she was like, fine, I will then.
Well, all right, nice. All right, yeah, you're pretty well stuck then. Sorry.
Very well.
Yeah. Other than that, that is the shitty estate y'all have been staying in with me. Congrats.
So basically what I'm asking, is there anything else that anybody wants to do before heading out to the plains of Moskoria? In this wretched hive of scum and villainy that is Fontra Cilor.
Eldrida,
Risk it.
Eldrida, do you need any, potion ingredients?
Oh, let me check.
Do you
my
need to
map.
restock any of your herbs?
I mean, we could do that in HOXOH.
There's some herbs. I mean,
Oh,
Let me tell
oh
you,
yeah,
as
those
a-
herbs. Oh, those herbs. Okay.
Mhm.
I really enjoy,
Let's see.
the local flavor. I like investing in the local community, and you don't want to pay illusionist prices.
Okay, Artegue, I would like you to purchase me some. Well, I can't buy them.
I know. Look at where I live. Yes, what can I get you?
I need definitely more ingredients to make potions with, because I have the current potions on me that I have made, but I will need a restocking of my herbalist bag. I only have 3 potions right now. I got a wildfire, a calm, and an antidote, poison antidote.
Oh, man,
I
what?
also
You don't have a
would
heal
like.
potion? What's wrong with you?
I have no healing potions anymore. We used them all. I would also like some additional. I have a +1 right now to make black powder due to previous research. Is black powder specific, Mikhail, to the system? Like, is that a thing I need actual XP for, or is that a thing I can make right now?
For black powder, you need to have the expertise in black powder recipe, yes.
Okay, that's right. But I researched it, so this will help me later on. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I remember that now. That's what happened. Okay, so really, I just need stuff to make potions. And I mean, it would be awesome if you wanted to buy me like a sort of mini on the road alchemist thing. It wouldn't be as good as maybe a fully functional kitchen, but something that.
Remember that we're
What?
not playing Vassin.
Yeah.
You could maybe choose a thing for Artegue to go buy you, but a shopping list isn't gonna help.
Look, I'm just okay. I just
ish.
need like herbs and stuff. A lot of them I
Herbs
can
and stuff.
gather on
That's
my
about
own.
as precise as you have to get here.
Okay.
But, I would say this is the more exclusive the herbs and stuff in question, the more expensive they will be, of course, because they are rarer thus. But I think for most types of potions that you can make, like healing potions or any type of potions that to remedy misery, that kind of stuff, that is common enough to make it not terribly expensive. If you want to get stuff like black powder ingredients, that's probably going to be...
I also need as much Sincala as you can buy.
Ah, yes.
So I would like herbs and stuff for my potions, and then as much Sincala as you can possibly buy.
And as much drugs as I can afford. All right, so
That's it.
Mikhail, are these things lumped together for my dear friend Eldrida going to tax my incredibly small amount of wealth?
I'm gonna say kind of, sort of, yeah.
I'm gonna say, what do we need Lady Brythanni for? Bring a checkbook.
Yep.
We're broke.
I would say for that
Is our financier.
very comprehensive and exhaustive list, I'm gonna say 3 successes on a wealth check.
Okay,
I'll
well
make
that's
you a-
never going to happen.
You have
which-
3 dice.
Lady Brythanni or whatever. I will make you a nice
I love
potion
you.
if you chip in here. We can do this.
All right, hold on. So,
You just look at her sheet real quick. I'm not sure if
if-
she has any money either.
if so, Mikhail, hypothetically, what if Artegue were to magic growth at least her drugs for her?
That could
Does
work.
that work? Can
Yeah.
I make a field of drugs appear?
You could any.
I mean, just for her, not to go into business, not to go.
Why not? One of the classic spells for tectonic summons is, I believe, Bountiful Harvest.
Yep. It says I
for-
can summon trees and other plants from the soil. I just don't know if I could choose, like, hey, I've got all these pot seeds. Grow.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
difficulty 1.
Because really, because I'm really just trying to drop the price of what I need to shop.
I know. A couple of things there that could help you out. So, the only one in Fontra Cilor with any influence whatsoever at the moment is, in fact, Princess Folda, who is Lady Brythanni's boss. She has influence 3, so if Lady
Delightful woman.
Brythanni wants to pay a fate die, you can call on Princess Folda to get help with anything almost, like including armies and whatnot in Fontra Cilor, which is extraordinarily helpful, right? If she is inclined to do that, but that's up to Lady Brythanni, right? And otherwise, for other solutions, you want to grow things in your kitchen-sized lot, perhaps. So a bountiful harvest using tectonic summons is difficulty 1. Now, that's a rich harvest after growing season.
Right.
If
but
you
magic
want,
growth.
yes, if you want to make things magic growth, you can summon trees and other plants from the soil in a single scene. And difficulty 1 is for a tree, 2 for a small field. I would say you're gonna do like a kitchen-sized lot for a whole bunch of fairly complicated seeds. So I'd put it to difficulty 2. Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel that we're up at an entire state. That's a bit
I
intense,
appreciate
maybe.
that. That might be some nonsense I try later, but not now. All right, so 2. So yeah, hold on. Yes, hold on, Eldrida, and I'll try
So do
to
you need an
grow
assist?
your drugs for you.
Thank you.
Artegue will happily always take a ritual assist from anyone else who'd like to participate.
I mean, I'm always down for a good ritual involving drugs.
I need you to sit over there and meditate on the earth.
Yeah, no problem. I love that.
I'm going to give you some bonus
Eldrida.
dice here, Sir Artegue, because out of the kindness of my heart. So first of all, of course, you're rolling 3 stone. Second,
Yes, sir.
you're getting 2 assist dice from your 2 assistants.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you both. Thank
So
you
that
both.
is 5. I'm also going to give you 1 because this is your own estate, and you know the soil here. I mean, you've licked it several times, right?
That's true. It was very true.
You know it thoroughly. You talk to the soil here on a daily
This
basis
is like
when you're home.
my oldest dirt friend.
Your oldest dirt friend.
Exactly.
So for that familiarity, that's another die. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6.
And we'll spend 2 fate
And
die.
I'm also going to give you another die for it's a ritual, right? Because isn't that how rituals work? That you get an extra die for making it a ritual?
That I don't know. I know making it
yeah,
a ritual lets people help me, which is usually what I'm after.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're correct. So,
I'm not sure it does.
Prepared spell is the one that gives you a bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
And I don't have that prepared until after I cast this one.
Yeah. So it's still
all right, so 8
3, 4, 5, 6.
And then 2 fate die.
And then 2 fate dice. So,
I mean, if you've got 2 to
8
burn on it, I mean,
yeah. 8 dice in total, which is
Well, I have to
neat.
spend at least 1, so I might as well
Yeah.
spend at least 2.
And that is a lot of successes right there.
Yeah, and 1/6 thing.
Yes. So you
Back to
don't
the
get
maker.
fatigued by it. That is 1, 2, 3 successes, which is more than you need. And a 6. Let's see what's going to be the effect of that exactly. You have an effect level of 3. That should be enough to get you a bunch of ingredients. Yes. Did I give you all the ingredients, or should I give you... Because you didn't have more 6?
Up to you.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I find it hard to judge and adjudicate exactly.
If you want my advice, I say just give us more. More is always better.
More drugs is always better.
Why don't we say, since this takes like an afternoon and whatnot, that you started out with, what was it? You had a bag of ingredients for potions, right? And you started with 10 ingredients. So why don't we say that has been refilled? So you now have the 10 ingredients again. How about that?
Gotcha. 10 to make 10. I have ingredients enough to make 10 potions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Way to make do, team broke ass.
And do I have drugs?
Yes.
Yes.
Nefria will also re-up her drug supply.
Ooh.
Drugs.
One love.
Sifanu, you got access to the mob. Give me some drugs.
Speaking of re-upping things in lifestyle, so here's the thing we haven't actually done yet, mostly because I kind of forgot about it, but never mind.
But now it'll torture us with it.
Yes, now so if we talk everyday expenses and just living the life you like to live, this should have been done like every session that we're doing the intermission, but you know, it's okay. Pick a lifestyle that you might want. And there are 4 difficulties to this. One is a Spartan poor existence without any comforts at all. The food will fill your stomach, but not be very tasty. You will have coarse and functional and probably often mended clothes. And your habitation will basically give you protection from rain and wind, but not much more than that. That's level 1 for lifestyle. If you are, one step above the gutter, but without any luxuries, you have well-cooked food, you have decently made clothes that have some elegance at least, you live decently. That's level 2. If you want to live luxuriously, that's level 3 now, and then you are basically projecting your excess. Grand dinners with multiple dishes, clothes of expensive algae silk, and the most recent fashions, and your own estates and so on. And then, of course, there is 4, which is just opulent. You roll your wealth for this, and you need the number of successes that your lifestyle is indicating.
So what happens if you don't get any successes?
Then it's bad. Then
You're staying in my ruined mansion for free.
Yes, if you fail with your roll for lifestyle, the facade is cracking, your clothes are dirty and broken, your household ill-kept. You're not necessarily living in the gutter, but you have been living a little bit above your assets, and people know it. So your lifestyle will not give any status at all in rhetorical conflict.
All right, so I see this session's going to be a bank heist.
So what do we roll to determine that wealth?
All right, everybody in this adventure group, except for Sir Artegue, actually, has lifestyle wealth of 2, because that's your starting wealth. And to increase that, you get things like peddler or noble. And since Sir Artegue does have 1 rank in noble, he actually gets 3 dice.
I can almost certainly avoid to stay out of the rain.
Yes, you can. So what is your chosen lifestyle here, Nefria? And let's start with Sir Artegue. What is your chosen lifestyle?
2 was the one where you got to eat regularly, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm gonna aim for 2.
You're gonna
Mikhail.
aim for 2.
Yeah, shoot for the moon.
So roll 3 dice and aim for 2 successes.
How about no successes, sir? How about none?
No.
None.
Sir
Started
Artegue's
it is then.
actual poverty shows through, and he's not gonna be
We've
able
seen
to
his
pull.
house. We know that.
I'm a noble. It's like,
Yeah, but everyone else didn't know that. You see, it's my ancestral clothing that keeps me warm.
yeah, and that is, yeah, it's not gonna, You're not impressing anyone, sir. Is that a hole in your cloak?
Yes.
It's all the rage these days.
Right? All the kids are wearing it.
How about
Hole in your
Eldrida?
head?
Eldrida has no problem whatsoever living that homeless life. Like as long as she has her little cooking fire and her tent, she can sleep on the ground. Her only need, really, because she's an avid survivalist, but she needs her drugs, Mikhail. So you tell me how much that's gonna take to get by.
I'm gonna
I'm
add.
basically an addict who lives on the street, right? Like
Yep.
that's my sad life. As long as Artegue takes care of me, I'm good. But otherwise, but I don't live on the street. I live in the forest. I'm an addict in the forest.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're a hermit.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's
what you
exactly how
describe
die
is
when
typically
OD.
like you have a lean-to that is protecting you against rain and wind, but not much more, and you eat every day, which is level 1. But then you have your addiction, which I'm gonna say adds another level. So roll 2 successes on your 2 dice.
Just rolling two dice.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep,
Oh,
that was close.
come on.
That was close.
Got a lot closer than I did.
Yeah. Apparently you've been overindulging a bit in your drugs lately, so sometimes you can't even afford the lean-to.
Well, you're not wrong. That's true.
Yeah, that happens.
True.
She just doesn't have time to go get the logs
There are-
keep the lean-to upkept because there are drugs to be doing.
There are
There are
days
drugs.
when you are choosing between the drugs and the food, and you're always going with
The drugs.
the drugs, yes.
That's why I'm so skinny. Do you see, like, she's got her face, it's hollowed out. It's not a good, like, I'm not a healthy character, okay? None of our characters are healthy, in case you've noticed. None of us.
I'm a picture of health.
God knows how many strands of syphilis you are carrying around with you, all right?
Dorian Gray's picture of health?
Right.
Oh dear. That was
Well done.
That was
Remember
fun.
that? Excellent.
Well
Fun.
I was funny.
a good picture of health.
Nefria, how about you? What are what is your lifestyle gonna be this
Bo.
Basically, yeah. Nefria is content with the Spartan living.
Yep.
She has no need for a whole heck of a lot of stuff. Although, like, don't get me wrong, it's real nice to have and stuff, and like, yeah, that's real dope. But like, nah, I'm good with my gruel, thanks.
which means that you only have to get 1 success, because unlike Eldrida, you don't have a habit to sustain. So roll 2 dice. And it worked! Nefria maintains her living.
I am content.
Yes. You
It's
are
more of that
indeed.
good gruel.
Yes. Nefria is content with her life. What about Sifanu? Also 2 dice. Are you also going for the Spartan thing here?
Yeah, I don't expect to get 2 on 2 dice. So.
As long as I've got a grave to
to
crawl into. Like,
I had a really nice tent, but that got left behind.
you had oxes and everything. There was a whole
Yeah, it was
cart of
great.
stuff.
This goddamn zombie army ruined it.
I blame the Draconian
Nope.
Empire.
And he fails even at that. Apparently, what happens to Sifanu to not be able to maintain that lifestyle?
Well, honestly, if Sifanu got desperate enough, he'd just start robbing people. It'd be really easy for him.
Graves. He would rob graves. Are you kidding me?
Sometimes he robs the wrong graves and they didn't have enough nice bounty because they've already been robbed, because this is Fontra Cilor.
He hit the cemetery after the decryptification movement took off. Where is all the stuff?
Yeah, this is not the party with all the money, unless Sir Artegue levels up his noble rank, in which case he will have 4 dice.
Yes, Artegue is spending a lot of time focusing on fitting in with the nobility and increasing his social standing.
Not really, no.
No.
Not his
Hey,
thing.
maybe Eldrida can become a peddler next.
Eldrida's gonna be everything. I don't know. Maybe Sifanu
Potions
will
peddler.
become the peddler of dead things. I don't know. But it's
Ooh,
not
religious
really-
artifacts, necromantic stuff, like saints' toes and things.
Oh yeah.
Or more magic.
business
He
in
could
that.
do that too, you know. We already know
Mouse.
what it's gonna be.
All right, let's just rob a bank and get it over with.
See, this is why you have lump sums, right? When you get to that moment during the adventure where you want to buy a boat that none of you can afford, normally on your typical income, you bring out the treasures.
Yep. We just can't use our treasures to support our day-to-day living because it doesn't work quite that way.
That's the thing.
That's why we need to rob a bank to get a treasure just for our day-to-day living.
I mean,
Just
I
for
was
the
initially,
lifestyle.
I was initially.
We should be
thinking about-
robbing Tricorian banks. That's
What was that, Jess?
I was just gonna say, I was initially thinking that that this would be kind of a waste of influence 3, but seeing y'all's rolls, I'm kind of not thinking that anymore.
Oh, it's fine. We've been broke forever. This is not a sudden or new problem.
So, those of you who succeeded with maintaining your lifestyle will be able to restock on things like, you know, the gear you brought to Marjura, the basic adventure gear, that kind of things, without doing a whole complicated let's go shopping scene that we would have done in, say, Vassen or any other Year Zero game. But since I noticed that Nefria... Oh yeah, but you did succeed. So you can just fill up those basic needs of yours.
Couple of Molotov cocktails, you know, it's fine.
You're
That's-
right.
Working girl
That's
needs.
not a basic need necessarily.
Oh,
Yeah,
my riot gear.
yeah.
riot gear.
I
What?
would prob. Well, I mean, I guess you did have riot gear to begin with, so why not? It's her thing. I'll be a kind-hearted GM and say that.
Oh.
Also, Sir Artegue, the last bit of bookkeeping here that we're doing.
Hi, Cap.
What was that?
No, go ahead.
You got your new armor, if you remember.
Yes, I do. I do remember.
Yeah, and it's a splendid suit of armor.
Geryon liked me then.
I mean, it might not look splendid, but it feels amazing to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Your armor is, I believe we chose another level of protection for it, did we? No? You said, what was
Yeah. It's 1 more point of armor, and it wears like light armor.
it? Which means that it's level 3 armor, which is better than any non-magical armor in all of Tracoria. So,
Daddy Geryon loves me.
yes.
Used
Any,
to.
like, full plate has 2, right? Level 2. And this is, I guess in fantasy terms, this is kind of like mithril armor, basically. Yeah.
It's Manticore armor.
Though mithril doesn't exist in this setting, but yeah.
Right. Mastercrafted.
Yes. Not just mastercrafted. It might even be magical. I don't know. Is it magical or is it just mastercrafted? I think we just said mastercrafted, right?
I don't remember what we agreed to.
I think we did. So it's mastercrafted, form-fitting, perfectly balanced on your body the way you've never felt that your old suit of armor to be. So yeah, you can run marathons in this stuff, which means that it's not gonna limit your fire more at all. So
Apologies.
And I won't get a point of exhaustion after I have a fight in it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
If someone had fire 3, their fire would be limited to level 2. But for you, it's just fine. This is
It's
like
perfect.
wearing a leather armor. That's basically as encumbering as it is.
It's very comfortable.
It is indeed. So, with all that out of the way, shall we head out to the Moskorian Plains for some sightseeing or something?
I think we're going to HOXOH first.
Oh, you're gonna go to HOXOH first?
Well, yeah. Well, Sifanu wanted to go to HOXOH instead of the wedding in the first place, and we dragged him to the wedding instead, promising we could go to HOXOH next.
Up to you guys.
I mean, of course I
we
would
have
go
to.
I would say HOXOH is like right there, and then we just cut across like through Balgamel or whatever and head on into the plains.
Yeah, and we have to invoke Lady Brythanni for something here, though.
I mean, she does have dominant influence over Nostrol as well. So,
I mean, I was gonna say, like, regardless of what the invocation is, I feel like what Lady Brythanni is going to do is make arrangements so that we can stay in nice places. She's seen how
like
you all
it.
live, and
What?
she's like, we are not
You
doing.
don't want to camp out with us under the moonlight? I don't understand.
Wrong with a good old bivouac.
the adventuring lifestyle.
You, no. Yeah, happy to stay in a decent place, although I'll warn you that they're gonna get mad at Eldrida regardless, because if we do stay in like a nice place, they're gonna have a problem with how dirty she is.
We'll have to put a bag over like Goat's head, like Sifanu's head.
Emily, your mic's up.
We'll have to put a bag over Sifanu's head as well, I think.
What's wrong with Sifanu?
His reputation precedes him.
it does. It really does by now.
Well, that's why I want them to see me. Maybe they want to share some magical secrets.
He has a reputation.
Guys, got any
now.
more of those secrets?
So what I'm hearing is Lady Brythanni makes arrangements for herself and possibly Sir Artegue and no one else.
Doesn't Sir Artegue have an anti-creationist rep now too?
No.
I do have an anti-creationist rep in. I should. I think I picked up a point of
Did you?
reputation at one
Oh,
point.
Got
maybe
one
you did.
point, yeah.
Yeah, I just have 1 point. Yeah, I picked up 1 point for the one anti-creationist thing I did. Where I
Right.
forgot to ask the mountain if I could before I tried to get the sword away from an evil undead army. Mappy! Mappy!
Right?
Should have
How
known
dare
better.
you?
How dare I? The gods know what they're doing and I shouldn't interfere.
Exactly. That's just it. You just such a petty thing as just an undead army coming towards you, and you just sideline the gods entirely. Disappoint.
Yeah. It's like, Artegue will continue to argue that he didn't see any gods stepping forward to do anything about this.
And that is anti-creationist of you. You blasphemer. Anyway, so are we traveling through Nostril then? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. I mean, gosh, that's right. We had to give up our horses too. We finally had horses.
Didn't you bring the horses? You had the horses in.
Yeah, I
in-
thought
Oh,
we
did
had
we bring
horses.
the horses here?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought we
I
had
remember
we still have
loading them.
horses.
Yeah, you still have.
I
horses.
wanted to load them onto the, boats.
I feel
Alright,
like at
cool.
the very least I could arrange some chariots.
You could.
Whoa, chariots! Doggo?
I'll take a chariot.
I'm not going to say no to
Yeah.
free handouts.
I mean,
If Lady
that could be
Brythanni is
arranged.
going to
I mean, I'll have to bring
compl-
them back, but
That's on you, though, you see, to bring them back.
Hmm.
All right, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
We don't get used to it, guys, but we could travel in style.
Are we using a fake die here to travel in style?
yeah. So I feel like just generally kind of helping outfit the party, because if I'm going to be seen with these people, they need
Reputation and all.
they need to step it up a little.
Fair.
I also think there is another role I need to make.
There is, yes. Let's make the roll.
Dun 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 dun.
is not great.
You're not even using a fate die for this one?
Oh shoot! Yeah, I just hit the thing on the sheet. So let me. How do I? Oh, I guess I should just enter it manually.
Yes.
I didn't even know you could press buttons on sheets.
You can. The little D20 symbols. Basically, if you just make your roll with your bloods, you can just click that.
Oh.
So that is at least a success.
All right, hang on. Just gonna check my other stuff here.
Mm-hmm. Now everybody wants to try to.
Lady Brythanni doesn't want to be seen with us, and now things are gonna go poorly.
I mean, I feel like having once run away from home, I am way better at this than those dice would indicate.
Yes. You are probably correct with that. Yeah.
So I'll just re-roll the 3 of them then, shall I?
Yes, you shall. Well, you are better than this, so that's 2 successes. Good. I feel like I'm going to. Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. But you're gonna help equip them. So they will get what exactly from Empress Folda? Are we changing her title now to Empress Folda?
I mean, she successfully proclaimed herself, and no one stopped it.
No one opposed her.
Yes. Empress Heneguya is not amused at all over this.
I mean, I do have dominion over multiple domains. I have a client king.
Yes.
So,
Yes, you do. Again, Empress Heneguya is not amused.
I mean, purely on definitional grounds. So I guess probably food for the journey, obviously.
Yep.
Because, Lady Brythanni wants to eat, and not what y'all are having, apparently. We're not into the gruel situation.
Much better in the wild.
What else do people want? Chariots we've established.
Nice lodging, you mean?
Drugs.
We should bring at least a boy hooker and a girl hooker.
Or a non-binary hooker. Okay, Rob too.
Is that a priority,
a boy
really?
hooker, a girl hooker, and a
It is for Artegue.
Well, I mean, Lady Brythanni's priority for this is so that everybody can sort of look like people she would want to be traveling with. So it's probably more like food and clothing. And...
so not like booze.
Oh, booze for sure. That goes without saying.
I'll take some high-end trousers and like a clean shirt. That would be dope. good shoes.
Probably a good shopping trip that occurs.
No, I imagine you do all the shopping and you just show up and you're like, here, wear this. Burn that.
Have you ever taken a drug addict homeless person into like a Target? Because that's what you're doing with me.
I think Go probably has it right. She probably just shows up with a bunch of stuff and is like, here, this is what you wear now. I don't care if you don't like this color. You are an autumn and you will do what I say.
I mean,
I'm an autumn.
Fontra Cilor is a bit eccentric when it comes to clothes. Palamux in general, people are dressing very much according to the fashion about a century ago.
Artegue, your girlfriend's weird.
But in Fontra Cilor, you often find these embroidered arm and leggings. They are, you just wrap your arms and in an embroidered cloth, and you have your hoods that shade your face properly, and lots of rattling amulets and tattooing and piercings. Basically, people are trying to mimic the Cargomitians and are doing a fairly poor job of it. I think Cargomitians generally...
How offended am I?
Yeah, they generally kind of just sneer at it, yeah. These attempts at replicating Cargomitian symbolism.
Yeah, there would probably be particularly deep hoods and particularly opaque veils for the less reputable members of this group.
don't understand.
That's
Your
fair.
girlfriend's weird.
Greta, she's not my girlfriend. We're fuck buddies.
We're like fuck frenemies, really?
It's a good one.
Frenemies with benefits.
I don't.
What
We're
do you
both weird.
What? I can't kill her right now because I promised I wouldn't.
Wait, you
Is
intend
there
to
like a
kill her?
time frame?
No, I
Is
can't.
this
I
like
can't.
a thing?
I can't kill her right now because I promised I wouldn't.
Okay.
Whether or
I
not I
stand
kill
by.
her later, that's
I
like a
stand
later
by.
decision.
We're both weird. I stand by.
Not even politely.
No.
Oh, we had a very polite conversation about the whole issue of murder, and we're on the same page for now.
For now.
Yeah. Hopefully, our respective employers remain happily married.
If anybody wants to question Lady Brythanni about local gossip, she is happy to just like give her catty opinion about everything.
Nefria will, in fact, take that bait.
She is quite happy to talk to Nefria, who she definitely remembers as being the one to have handled the Imperial handler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, talk to me about Terralise and Clonora.
So, this was super funny to me because Lady Terralise, the last time I saw her, she insulted my fashion sense, but now she apparently doesn't remember and is treating me like we're super best friends. Pretty sure she's trying to cultivate me. She said we should go for drinks. I said, I don't think it's a good idea for me to be seen talking to you for too long.
Oh my.
Nefria, when you're having these conversations with Lady Brythanni, why don't you roll water?
Ooh, apparently I can open this up and I can click that.
Okay, that's a 6.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
You clicked it
I-
once. That's
yeah,
I'll take the
yeah,
first
no.
roll there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's what happened. Yeah.
Fascinating. Fascinating things. Any good gossip on Clonora at all, or just
Oh,
Terralise,
her,
that low life?
Her, I don't know. I obviously don't spend any time in Paratorna, although apparently it is lovely in the spring. That was one of the things that Lady Terralise said, is I should come to a festival there sometime. Although I'm pretty sure in Paratorna they do that whole thing where they make fun of the Palamuxian like the entire time, so not doing that.
Gotcha. Fair. Be fun to crash a spring festival sometime.
That could be an idea.
I'll put that in my
Would be
backpack.
Well, spring's coming up. We have plenty of time to get there.
Going to Tresilva for the Freedom Games? That would be interesting.
I mean, freedom's right there in the name.
Right?
It is. And I'm about freedom.
All about it. All about it. All right, are we heading out to Mastral?
I believe we're set.
Yeah. I mean, now that most of the party isn't dressed like hobos, and
Now they won't suspect us
What?
murder hobos strolling into town.
Very kind, yes. All right, off
we're moving
to...
up in the world.
Yes, you are. Off you go from Fontra Cilor and the stench of the city. It really is quite stinky, unless you're like on top of one of the ziggurats, I guess. Because of all the salt, all the refuse, and the river, including the occasional floating dead body. Sometimes it's a cow, sometimes it's a human. And all the other things that get trapped in just before the marsh-like delta outside the city. Heading north, you will pass through the ruins of former glory that was Fontra Cilor during the heyday of the Empire, and pass into Nastrol itself. You will not get into Nastrol proper on this journey because you're going to HOXOH. You will get close to it though, seeing the mountain ranges and the foothills in the north. This has been until now, I should say, a fairly independent land in the sense that Trakorians never really bothered with suppressing this area. They never sent any troops. They never, it's just been there and been a fairly effective shield against the cargo missions, as we know. You will travel for. It's gonna take. How long would it take to get to HOXOH from there? A couple of days of travel, I'd say. I guess you were stopping by in Balgumel on the way. It's a classic rest stop for anyone traveling towards the coast, really.
And I don't imagine anybody in the party knows how to drive a chariot, so it's probably more servants in livery.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I can't drive a chariot.
As far as abilities go, I would allow you to get from point A to point B with the reins on a chariot if in a pinch. But if you had to do some weird maneuvers and all that, that would be kind of interesting. And none of you have learned, mastered mounted combat or any of that kind of thing. So not even our knight in this group is a mounted knight. He just
Warhammers aren't the two-handed warhammer is not a traditional mounted weapon.
It is not. You are correct. Balgumel, here you have the hills, the foothills. You're getting into those areas, and as I said before, this is where we have the vineries. Stalks of vine climb on the sides of these hills of Bolgolend, and they are watered by creeks and smaller rivers that come from the northern mountains, not from the focal plains, which means that they are fresh water. Unlike Kafasa, that is super salty. So these vineyards are thriving. No need for Sir Artegue to get involved in the local work here. I'm sure.
But there's fresh water flowing here, and I hear that I might need that somewhere else.
Yes. Oh, are we gonna start the big irrigation project?
No, just taking notes.
Taking notes.
And
Imagine them thriving, especially now, given the big investment they just got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they will remember. They will remember. I'm sure the local monks. There are all sorts of monastic orders around here, but the primary ones. There are 4 primary ones here. That are more important than anyone else, and they are the biggest one is the Order of the Foliques. This is the order of monks that worship cats. You would have, as adventurers, met these on Klostanoba, where they have a chapel, where they have a monastery. But their headquarters is really here. So that is a quite a dominant monastic order here. They are legendary martial artists and legendary for seeking out a sunspot and just lying there for hours. Then you have the Sinavan monks. That's an ancient word for the nameless ones. They were the ones who brought Bansikan to Nastrol from Banaville. And they have a row of heavily fortified mountain monasteries. Don't want to fight those guys either. They're incredible. They're Bansikan masters. Then, of course, even further north, you'll have the Hyperi order of monks. Those are the ones who are tending to the Eniac. And the Esomags. Or Esomagi, I guess. They're actually not spellcasters. The word magi is ancient Jori for human. And they are very esoterical to the point that nobody understands what they're talking about, but that's fine. I'm sure theoretical philosophers would find themselves right at home with in that domestic order, the monastic order. Balgomel is, in fact, a quite for Palamuxi conditions, fairly wealthy, well kept. The monasteries, the monks are tending the city, and unlike Fontra Cilor, it's not completely depressing. Everybody's not, walking with a hunch, feeling the weight of the world, or trying to escape the weight of the world with all sorts of interesting stimuli. People are walking with a straight back. They have smiles on their faces every once in a while. They greet you kindly. They will, in fact, even offer you to, guide you to one of the more famous inns here, perhaps, like the Golden Boar, or the Mushroom Hall, or 3 Frying Pans.
I heard Mushroom Hall.
The Mushroom Hall.
Yes, the Mushroom Hall.
Mushroom. What?
Yep. Where you can, in fact, enjoy really good food and drink for those who care about culinary experiences.
I'm going to look at Artegue and so you live there, not here.
Yeah, Sifanu, again, you have to check this, right? I was born into that house. Well, I was born and killed my way into that house.
Too invested now, huh?
Here isn't a place where there was a house for me to inherit, and I certainly can't buy a house, Sifanu. I'm not. So yes, you could live here too.
Not yet. We'll get you a house here. We'll get you out of that
Right.
slums.
All right. We'll move the family out of Fontra Cilor here to the nice place, one day.
That's right. I bet your mom would like that.
Ooh, I bet we could use undead to help with the moving.
I bet we could.
If you just need people to carry stuff for you, why not?
How do you freelancing necromancers in Fontra Cilor? You can get a whole team.
Mm-hmm.
But I already travel, you see, with the world's most powerful necromancer, Sifanu.
Definitely.
He has a staff with a demon hand on it.
I mean, I did kill the previous most powerful necromancer, so, transitive.
Right, there can be only one. I took all his power.
Exactly.
Highland rules.
Clearly. On you go then to HOXOH. This is an amazing place in so many ways. I don't remember if we said that you actually entered the city last time. I don't think you have.
So
I think we landed at one of the ports and skirted around.
Yes, exactly.
as we get to sort of the outskirts of the city, this is probably where Lady Brythanni is going to part ways with the party. Strange things happen to stuff that you bring into HOXOH, and so she says she will meet you on your way back out. She has some other stuff to be doing in the stroll as well.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, one of the interesting parts there with trying to enter the city is, of course, just to enter it. It's a magical place. The city has Anybody else watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I don't know.
Yeah, Tahiti.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
I made a reference. I don't know if Swedes have a chance to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though. I have no idea if it's shown over there. Anyway, I digress. The city itself is a city made out of basically white limestone, and there are domes and rooftops made out of all sorts of glittering things. It might be quartz crystal, it might be brass that has been shined perfectly, it might be actual crystal that people have put on the ceilings, silver, potentially gold. It's glittering for your very eyes. When the sun is on from the right direction, or the wrong one, depending on what you want, you will have to shield your eyes because of all the glitter coming from the rooftops. Every once in a while, you'll see a speck of color, many specks of color, probably people walking around in the streets. The city is built on a hilltop or a lower mountaintop, and is ascending that very mountaintop, like in circles. Think, for reference, if Minas Tirith in Jackson's Lord of the Rings didn't have that mountainside and was just a bunch of concentric circles going right up. That's what it looks like from a distance. It's like a tower with circles, slowly ascending, one on top of the others. But separating the city from the rest of the mainland is a very deep crag. And there is only one way to get across it. Only one bridge. The question is, will you be able to see it when you get to the bridge? Is it there? I'm just gonna roll a die for that. If I roll a success, it's there. If I roll not a success, it's not gonna be there. I rolled a 1.
Bop, bop.
Apparently the bridge isn't there right
great
now.
Great game, guys. I'll see you next week.
I love this place already, Sifanu.
As you arrive, this is
I'm just jamming all of our money into my pants.
To get across, I mean, you're not the only ones who are trying to get to HOXOH at the moment, and you will just have to wait. There is a tavern situated where the bridge span should be on your side, called the Lonely Key. And that is where everybody who wants to enter HOXOH typically just, take some room and boarding there, waiting for the bridge to appear.
It wouldn't have anything convenient like a schedule on the wall when the bridge appears or anything, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Of course not. Make that too easy.
Yes, it would be. So I'm guessing that the entire party will just get yourselves into the tavern and meet all the other weird people who might in fact frequent the Lonely Key.
So people may know us by reputation. Is there anybody that we may recognize by reputation in there?
Let's see if anyone recognizes you by reputation.
Or vice versa. I was really focusing on the inverse there.
Yeah, but I wasn't. Who has the highest reputation of you guys right now?
I would be shocked if
Necromancer.
it wasn't.
Yeah. Roll 4d6 and let's see if people recognize you. I'm just gonna rip off Forbidden Lands here.
So I'm rolling?
Yep.
Yeah, you're the most well known.
Yeah, you are. A single 5. I think I'm not completely ripping off Forbidden Lands here. But with a single 5, I'm going to say that there's someone in the crowd who will recognize Sifanu.
Even with the thingy? They made it a point for me to wear a thingy.
Right? And so when you are sitting there and having your supper, there will in fact be someone coming up and asking questions of you. This will be...
Well, it makes sense. I knew if Sifanu would have an apprentice one day.
One
Or he's a
master,
narc.
one apprentice.
Yes. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be the famous necromancer Sifanu da Krimbydh? This
No.
person is
I'm gonna
No.
roll water. I don't want to be recognized here. It's probably gonna be bad.
this person has a hair that has been shaved in an interesting square pattern, like a checkers pattern, and is dressed in a very stained, almost like a sack weave cloth tunic with a bunch of brushes in the belt.
Okay. Well, I'm not getting an Inquisition vibe off of him, but I still don't know who the hell this is, so I'm gonna try to lie.
I'm Soma de Torrewenda. Yes. I'm seeking help.
All right. As I said, I'm gonna try to bluff this guy and say I'm not. Oh yeah.
It works. I did not roll as well. That is, in fact, you
I
win
was not expecting
for
that
once.
to work.
Yes,
Yeah.
you win. It was like,
That never works for me.
Who? Now you do have that level of reputation. So I'm gonna give them another d6 because I'm a terrible person. But you win anyway because it's a draw, and you win the draw because you were the aggressor this time. I could have sworn you were him. Cargo mission, tattoos.
There's a lot of us.
I'd like to sort of kind of like nudge my way over and be like, but what might you need help with?
Why, crushing the Kishat, of course. It's complete silence.
Kind of a
that
lofty goal there, guy.
Is that a thing that we're gonna do?
I mean,
Get hurt you.
I'm on board now. Or I didn't care, but
What it's the lofty goal here, and quite a bit you're putting on the line for a case of mistaken identity, talking that way out here in public. Are you a cop? Are you a narc? What is this? You
have to tell me if you are.
Like, are you the feds? Like, are you wearing a wire?
No. I would never. I was exiled from the Kishat, and now I seek to find I heard about Sifanu da Krimbydh in Fontra Cilor. Legendary necromancer, apparently necrokineticist, who is rumored to have seen the restless on Marjura and fought off oppressors on Trinsmyran. But the Kishat is just as evil, or even worse, than any Trakorian could ever be. The way they speak about Shamash falsely, now I will raise an army and crush them all. Yes. I am one of the greatest. Yes, one of the greatest army leaders of all time.
What was your name again, friend?
Soma.
Soma. I look forward to reading about your future victory, Soma. Best of luck to you.
Okay. Yeah, he is in fact lying about some things. Not everything, but some things. Yeah. I am happy to report to you, though, that the very next day, the bridge is there. And you can get into HOXOH.
Hooray!
Like a kid in a candy shop. What's first?
Yeah, well, first, you crossing the bridge itself. And you know what? I have not made a map of HOXOH. This is, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else watching, completely intentional. Because HOXOH is a strange place, and I would have to animate that map intensely if I made a map of it. Anyhow, you will cross the Way of the Will, which this bridge is known as. It crosses the canyon known as the Grey Gap. It's kind of stinky, the gap. But the bridge itself is highly impressive. 7, what do you call it? Bridge spans? Is that what you call it? Yeah, the thing that hold the bridge up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Engineering support bits.
Yeah, exactly. The engineering support bits. My English fails me again. But it's whitest marble, a lot of chalk, and even quartz that looks like mother of pearls, alabaster, and the word HOXOH is carved across, like in cross form, on pillars, railings, everything. And as you get across the bridge together with everyone else seeking entry to the city, you will see people coming out of the city too, of course. You will get to the gate. And there, the gatekeeper will see you. Everybody in order. There's going to be a bit of a line there early on, but, you can get through sooner or later. And, do you have a blade that is longer than a single hand? Yes, Eldrida, you have a blade that is longer. It's interesting, Eldrida here, being dressed the way she is. I mean, not necessarily as a hobo anymore, but still a step up. And then at her side, a scabbard with an amazingly bejeweled scimitar. Like, the contrast between her blade and the rest of her is quite striking. But it is a blade longer than a hand. And the guards will instruct her very carefully to give it up to the weapon house. No. You are muted, apparently. Where did your sound go?
Sorry about that. Eldrida will shake her head and clutch it closely to her and say, I can't. It is bound to me like an arm. You understand these things in HOXOH, right?
Then you will not enter HOXOH, my dear.
Well, I mean, it also stands to reason that considering we've seen quite a few things, and I know for a fact that sword is smaller than a giant's hand. For a fact.
Oh, that is actually kind of brilliant for roll water.
Yes.
Eldrida is willing to put a guard clasp over the scabbard to keep her from drawing it, but she will give up her hand before she parts with it. It's as if she's as addicted to her sword as she is her drugs.
Oh,
3
yes.
successes?
Oh,
Nefria?
yes.
You're gonna fast talk the guards of HOXOH?
Hey, if she can handle the Imperial, he'll handle her.
God, then they're gonna offer to make
You're
her
ridiculous.
But it is smaller than a giant's hand.
It is smaller than a
We know. We've seen them.
You didn't say what kind of hand. Smaller than a giant's hand. I'm gonna have to allow it for this time.
I can imagine this guard going to his boss and be like, you won't believe some shit I just heard today. You gotta change these rules.
And because it is the city of illusions, it's kind of hard for them to be sticklers for truth on this.
Exactly.
when
there's gotta be some
someone
grudging respect on that one.
that's like the first test of how good you are at bending the truth, and it's like, we want you for the city.
Oh, it's so good.
I am actually gonna allow that. But before you enter, and yes, they will put like a guard so you can't actually pull it out. Like it's a wire.
No problem.
It's a wire
She
mesh
just holds it.
that is sealed, so you can't actually pull the blade out.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're gonna enter HOXOH with the blade? That's gonna get interesting.
guess I am.
There's no
She
way.
like puts it. She like holds it tight to her and like will not like tight.
I mean, some of you must have heard rumors about the potential thievery in HOXOH, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's the only thing of value I really have besides my drugs.
Drugs in one hand, sword in the other.
That's right.
Then you are shown up to the gate painter. Each one of you will have to stand in front of a white surface while the gate painter brings out the paints, the brushes, and the aisle with the clothed canvas, and does a sketch of you. You're not allowed to enter the city until this is done. So that the gate painter, and if you have anything that they don't want you to enter the city with, they will take that stuff together with your face, your mug painting, I guess. Yeah.
Portrait.
Portrait, yes. And put that in a particular cabinet for you to retrieve upon leaving the city under the conditions that you look the same when you leave the city as you do when you enter it.
If somebody else
Weird
looks like
rules.
me.
I mean,
Well,
that
someone else could
evolution's
make
like if you really.
themselves look like you.
That could never happen.
Well, but what if I don't want to put it in the What all do I have to put in the cabinet? What is considered illegal contraband here? Like, what are you requiring me to put in this cabinet?
My stuff.
Yes. Yeah, that would be 2 long blades there. Sir Artegu's hammer is fine because it's not a blade. Did we have
That's the
any
dumbest
other
thing I've ever
swords?
heard.
Hammers are the superior choice.
We have a dagger. That dagger.
No, that's fine.
That's I think it.
Yo, Nabakos.
Is that the talking dagger?
No, it's a black blade.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot I still had that.
Yes.
Well, all right.
You put it away in the cabinet there, together with your amazing portrait?
I mean, that too is smaller than a giant's hand.
Roll again.
You should roll again.
You can use your machinator. You're allowed to.
So
I'll be right
would
back.
that
I
be
need 5 minutes.
four then?
One-
If you want to spend a fate die, you are allowed to, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, get the thing. Come here.
Then you
Yeah.
have
1,
4
2.
dice. You're an orc tonight, aren't
Yes.
you?
Giants
I mean,
have big
she has a
hands.
point. She has a point. He has 2. They will put the similar mesh over your blade. And, I mean, you could argue, of course, that it's not a blade because it's made out of a different type of metal that doesn't exist on this plane, I guess.
I could just tell them that they can, or Nefria, I should say, should just tell them that, if that argument doesn't work, she can just tell them that it doesn't actually exist. They can check.
Yes, that's also true. This also doesn't, it's not really real, so, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It's HOXOH. We'll be fine.
Taxi will be fine, and so you will, apparently.
Like,
Thanks, Nefria.
Yeah.
Sifanu, I need you to cash this check I just wrote. Like, I have no idea about the implications of bringing a blade into this city, but here we go.
We'll find out.
There is so many impressions as you get in. This is Times Square. There's nothing on this. Everyone is here as you get through the gate into a main square beyond. There are so many hawkers that just flock to everyone who is coming in from the gate. And since you're coming in a trickle, because everybody goes through the examination there in the gatehouse, you get quickly overwhelmed by everyone who's trying to hawk something to you. Here, come here, watch the amazing show. They're doing a somersault on that side. We will tell your fortune. Here, over here, fortune telling just for you. And I need to have, there we go. Here, I have the best knickknacks in all the world. I am a professional knickknacker. Buy it from me. All the things covering the person. Here, you, bracelets, necklaces, rings, everything you could ever need. They are very shiny too. Do you need a guide? Do you need a guide? Do you need a guide? A guide, I can guide you everywhere in HOXOH. It is very simple, all for some silver decori, 1 silver decori per day. I will guide you everywhere. Do you need to change your mind? I can change your mind for you. I have all the best minds. Here, opens a coat, a set of bottles. If you, for 2 silver decori, I can change your mind for you. Buy a fresh mind here.
All right, so I'm assuming I'm going to be alone for a little while, so I'm clutching the few things I actually care about close to me. I was like, no, I'm good. Kind of trying to shuffle along the wall.
About to take advantage from the female players like extra pocket. Jesus.
I put everything I own in my pants.
Fucking keister it.
There is people, apparently there's some kind of festival going on, because there's a lot of people shouting, having fun, celebrating, whatever it is. Someone is actually hanging like some kind of necklaces around you made out of what looks like gold and paper. You're not sure if it's actual gold or paper or something in between. Who knows?
I'm not paying for this.
When I get a chance, I want to make sure it's non-magical or not traced or something.
I think 3 of you are kind of overwhelmed by just the magical aura of this place. People are constantly casting spells around here, and nobody is bothering to hide them. The overflowing etheric essences are immediately snapped up by anyone who can feel it and used for their will working and miracle working. You can even see the illusions right now. Right now, there's like a rabbit walking on very, very long legs. It has a very nice Paratornian wig on its head and carrying 2 swords, 1 in each paw, and is rushing towards you. Ah! And then
Rushing towards who?
Then it disappears.
Or have we regrouped at this point?
I guess you have.
Okay.
No, this is HOXOH. Anything can happen.
Ultimately, Nefria has like no context for like magic or illusions, so you know she'll freak out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What the fuck?
That rabbit just running at you. It is intensely overwhelming, and I think it's time for people to roll a wind check.
Oh dear.
For all the lights, the beams, the glitter, the things.
Nope.
Nope.
I got 1.
You got 1. Sifanu can, in fact, sort of kind of put up with this. Sir Artegue will have a point of, I don't know, is it doubt, exhaustion, or fear?
Oh, I'd say certainly doubt, since he doubts he can trust his senses.
All right, doubt sounds good to me. You're
Eldrida
all...
crushes it.
What was that? Yes, she did. Yeah, Eldrida is fine. Yeah, I guess, where does Eldrida go in all this? Like, in her mind, to just filter out all the impressions?
Oh, no, you mistake her. She is smoking Sincala and looking at all the shiny lights. That's why she's not freaking out. She is high.
I was about to say, this should be like a daily thing for her, seeing weird
I'm
shit.
like, this is a really good place to be. That's what this is. This is zen. I like it. Yeah, she's accustomed to tripping balls, so I'm pretty sure this works out.
All right, so I guess we push through.
Sir, I'm sorry, Sifanu. One of the hawkers will look towards Sir Artegue. You, sir, you seem to suffer from your eyes. I have the perfect remedy. Just Sue Silver Corey will lend you these specially made glasses, protecting your eyes from all the shiny things of HOXOH. They are slightly suited. It's like sunglasses. Don't know if they work, though.
Oh, yes. This sounds like an excellent idea.
You're gonna buy them!
He'll have like a big man.
Yes, Sifanu.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right. Sorry, no, can't buy him. Smarter, Sifanu says I can.
I think Sir Artegue's eyes are kind of red already, like...
So
does not like this place.
could I, at this point, try to reach into my inexhaustible knapsack and see if I can't find a pair of functional, for sure, sunglasses for him?
Absolutely you can. I'm gonna put that at a difficulty of 2 because I'm a mean person, but roll your wind plus 1 fate die.
And then can I cash in my I have found useful things in the most unlikely of places, or is that's to reroll?
That's the reroll. Yes.
That's to reroll. All right, so my wind plus 1 fate die. Cool. Oh god, wrong way.
Oh, look at that! You actually succeed. At some cost, though. What is the cost?
Oh man. Well, since this is basically like Vegas, I mean, I'm exhausted.
Yes, it's Times Square meets Vegas. Yes,
That's
absolutely.
just, oh god, we're just, no.
So 1 point of exhaustion?
Yes,
That
please.
Yeah, you are searching through the thing and you find the actual... some kind of glasses that will allow you to resist the sun. Yes. It might be, with the little slits in it that keeps you from going snowblind. You probably had those on Marjura too, so. So yeah, that is... Where are you going in this town? There are so many different places to go. There is... you are currently around the sort of beach avenues that wrap around the lowest level of the city. There is a... there are other parts of the city, and of course it climbs higher and higher. You're here to learn about magic stuff, aren't you, Sifanu?
Yes.
So you will want to know where the academies might be.
Yep.
I'm going to allow you to roll wind plus up to 2 fate dice because you have 2 levels of necromancy to know where you might find these by ways of the reputation through the circles of anti-Creationist sorcerers and magic users, if you want.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone else is hating this place, so let's get in and do this thing and get out.
What? It's a lovely place. Yes, you'll have to rack your brain there a little bit. But you will recall that there is, in fact, it's supposed to be higher up in the city. That's where it's supposed to be.
I read about it in that library we were at.
Yes. The academy, in fact, is known as Nowhere. Now, this depends on what kind of specialization you're interested in. Do you want classic illusionism? Or do you want maybe sleep mastery? Or do you want perhaps... I mean, there's a whole bunch of different faculties within the academy as well. The foundations of astigmatism, false mathematics, gourmancy, for those who like to eat special foods, illusorisms, contra cosmetics, counter argumentation, contrarianism, basically, yes.
Counter argumentation.
Yes, and so on and so forth. There's many of them.
I'll just go with classic illusionist.
So we are heading up to nowhere, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It is the most renowned and also the most difficult to find. Because, you know, the Sintals have a very strong reputation. Academics will be familiar with the intense infighting for grant applications within the faculty. So, we are trying to find ourselves up to... there are very ancient avenues that are twisting up and spiral. The highest place in the city is called the Air, like the Eagle's Air. And there's music everywhere, so you can't hear the music from up top right now. But yeah, you're gonna try to find your way up there. Let's see how well this goes. I think we need Sifanu to roll a wind check to observe if anyone might be able to steal things from this group, because, you know, you're... I'm gonna spend some of my fate dice here, because this is HOXOH, and if there ever was a place where pickpockets roam, it's here.
I put all my material wealth in my pants.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll 5 dice, because it's HOXOH. Okay,
Not so much.
You miss one of them, clearly. As you're walking up the circles towards the academy itself, something will get stolen from you guys. But since I didn't have a 6, you get to pick what?
Heck, I would see my character sheet. I don't even know what I have.
Let's say,
Good part with that dagger.
I really do hate that dagger.
You want to?
we gotta have something we can get rid of before we start offloading magic items, though.
I mean,
Right.
like they could take some of my riot gear, like a brick. It's part of my riot gear.
They could take Artegu's collection of rocks and polishing cloths.
I have a book on rhetoric.
That would actually be handy around here when you go to the academy's faculty for counter arguments or contrarianism.
I have potions they can steal that were pre-made.
Now you get to decide.
Is there one that has like a shitty
what's
side
the-
effect still left over?
Oh, what, like the volatile?
Yeah, I've got it.
Wildfire.
Yes, let's do that. That's hilarious. No, that
is funny.
absolutely hilarious.
The volatile wildfire. You know what? I'm gonna say that because I didn't have a 6, they steal the volatile wildfire.
I mean, I was
whoever
still
it
going to
was.
use it. It's highly flammable napalm that burns water and may explode if not thrown properly.
And this person
can't-
will not handle it properly. So by a street corner, like half a block away, you will suddenly see a wha-voom. Ah!
I mean, it's like napalm, so it sticks to them.
See him running past us
Eldrida
on
starts
fire.
patting down her stuff, and she's like, "Oops."
Got one.
And as this person is running and screaming and on fire, apparently, people are applauding this amazing new magic trick of illusions.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, keep going,
Thank
guys.
you.
It's all fake.
Thank you. It's part of the show. Come back soon.
What a realistic man burning to death. They even got the smell.
That's the most difficult part.
That's some devotion there.
You don't know how to get to nowhere, do you, Sifanu? So how do you plan to get to nowhere?
I'd say I'd try to logic it out, but that's probably the worst thing I could do.
Well, welcome to HOXOH, guys.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna find someone who looks like they know what they're doing, know where they're going, and I'm gonna walk up to him and be like, "Sir, I'm lost. I will give you 5 gold if you can tell me where the academy is."
Ah, it would be my pleasure. 5 gold.
In fact, could you show me the way?
Is this a lie, technically speaking?
I mean, I don't have 5 gold, so yes.
I guess Nefria is the one doing the talking then.
Nefria, come alive, this illusionist.
No, I've got to do the lie. This is the whole thing I'm gonna do.
This is a thing, yes. Okay, roll your water.
Yes!
That's a double 6 right there.
Wow, Sifanu.
Sifanu, yeah. Sifanu
It was meant
will.
to be. That's what this is.
Yep. The dice gods want us to get out of here.
Sifanu passes the first test with absolute, complete flying colors to get to nowhere. This is, yeah, I think that the Illusionist Academy might even be proud to have you, given your capacity for lying and everything.
Oh, but here's the brilliant part. I'm going to make him forget I existed before I walk in the door, so he doesn't get paid.
Clearly, that's going to work. Yes, this person will lead you on, and you know, since this is HOXOH, this person will of course try to lead you astray. But you succeeded with that check, so it's not going to work. You're going to be able to, like, are you sure it's not that way? And eventually, you will in fact arrive at a campus ground higher up, and then you're gonna do your thing, are you?
Yep.
Very well.
I love cargo machine magic.
So...
No, that's 2 successes. He has to beat my automatic 2.
Yeah. If I have...
Lose that brain,
Ah!
son.
Oh my god, it worked.
Yeah. This person will not forget you.
Oh, I'm like, oh damn, that usually works. Oh well, plan B.
And that's how many is it? 3, 2? There was also 2, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also 2.
This usually works, not this. Don't let him close his arms. It's never good. Yeah, that one works. It's 2 successes for that one too, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that...
Walk in.
Yeah, you will be entering campus then, I suppose.
Wait, that guy's paralyzed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just leaving
Can we
that
pat
guy.
him down?
Rob.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
exactly.
like-
Like, I want to pat him down.
Yeah, if he's got
Welcome to
anything in his
HOXOH,
pockets.
I guess.
Welcome to HOXOH.
Uh-huh.
You're patting him down. You are going to roll a d6. Let's see what kind of interesting
Should have
artifact
brought a
you find.
cargo mission symbolist. I don't know what you're talking.
Go, do the honors. This is your, paralytic.
Oh yes, I will.
This is fun. You will find, in fact, a very beautiful hand mirror with 2 sides. One shows you your face, the other the neck.
Oh,
My own
since-
neck.
Yeah.
This is HOXOH. I thought you were about to say the back of the mirror shows the back of your head. I was like, that sounds right.
But that's not, yeah, exactly. The back of the mirror shows you the back of your head, yeah, with your neck and everything. Yeah. So whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, we should give that to Lady Brythanni so that she can do her hair and stuff.
She would love that.
The back mirror.
I'm not sure she would. I'm sure she'll love it.
I look at the dude.
Anyone else
And I
notice
just-
her eyes get a little too wide?
I look at the dude that they've just robbed, and I just shrug at him, and I just sort of put a little joint in his pocket, and I say, "I don't know, man."
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So you want to enroll in the Illusionist Academy, do you? Very good. They will take your name and, start the enrollment procedure. Your work will begin with doing. Well, you have to select, of course, your faculty, your specialization. We've already talked about some of those faculties and departments. Is there anything you want? Your foundations of illusions here, yeah. Note that
just
they do
one.
not trade in false illusions here. They trade in real illusions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm sure I'm going to find out.
Yep. It's important things. So this is absolutely what they want to do. I guess you might when you get hungry, you can go down to the Star Pub. It's wonderful. There you can have delicacies. Savilla Gourmet cooks them for you. Yeah. You can find things like woven lobster aroma, oven-baked ice fruit, poached golden eggs, candied steam from violins. Yes, all sorts of things.
Weird.
It's HOXOH. Everything is weird. While Sifanu is going to start his studies at the Illusionist Academy, what is the rest of the group going to do in this place?
Eldrida. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go on.
Eldrida is actually going to wait for nightfall, and then she is going to do some moon magic. So whenever that is, that's my plan.
Mm-hmm. Nefria?
Nefria is interested in some of the contrarianism this place has to offer.
You want to take a course on contrarianism. I think that sounds spliffy. Do you guys have something to pay with for your tuition here?
My winning personality.
Oh, you want to trade your winning personality?
No. I do not want to trade my winning personality. I'm saying, like, you get the experience of being around it, and that is your payment.
No. What do you want to trade as tuition?
What do you want? I create runes that do things. What would you like one to do?
Yes, create a rune for us. It has to be thematically appropriate for the courses you select. It will stay here in the city for the benefit of other students and teach them something interesting about the different perspectives on the world. Remember, there is no such things as lies. There are only different versions of the truth. Alternative facts, if you will.
Okay.
I pull out the black sword and I shake it at them. Look. All right, you get the payment of a lesson learned. There's my tuition payment.
You're gonna trade Nabokos?
No. I show them that I was able to get a blade inside the city. I've taught them this lesson, and that is their payment.
They will accept
I like
that.
it.
They will accept that. Yes.
You get paid an experience.
Yes, they will accept that. That is, in fact, exceptional word craftiness. I love it. As such, when you want to level up at some point, Nefria, feel free to level up in Machinator or Profanities. This is going to be very apropos for any studies and.
Oh, and then add that as one of your experiences for sure.
Yes, certainly. I tricked my way past the gatehouse in HOXOH. That is not an easy feat to do at all. Sir Artegue, what is your plan for while these others are studying at HOXOH?
Go get that weird food, man.
Taste the violins.
God. I mean, yeah, I suppose, since this is not going to be a quick process for either of these yahoos, also recognizing that there's clearly no tectonic summoning school. No, definitely not.
In the slightest.
God damn, you can't even go drinking in this place.
Oh, you definitely can go drinking in this place.
Oh yeah, sure. You're gonna wake up like a pink elephant or something. It's gonna You're gonna wake up and find that you've been transmuted into a heffalump.
There is, in fact, there are the School of the Pen and the Sword, which you were definitely going to go to there, Nefria. It's where you learn things like shadow wrestling and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's great. But we talked about the invisible elephant in the room. That one. That's an actual place. Yeah, you can drink mocha there.
Okay, alright, fine. Is there a whorehouse?
There's everything in HOXOH. The question
I
is...
would not trust that. Can you imagine what you might end up with? You're going to wake up in the morning and chew your own arm off.
Why, what? I can't, am I supposed to trust the drugs more than the prostitutes?
Yes.
Probably in this place.
Alright, fine. Yeah, no, Artegue will then spend the time doing drugs. He'll alternate between being too bored or to not wanting to do a shit ton of drugs and then being bored enough to go do a shit ton of drugs.
Or Sir Artegue, who always will try things a couple of times, might just get a Bane Fate die for trying things in HOXOH.
Well, I can't. Who am I to argue with that logic? Off to the illusionist whorehouse it is. Yeah, I suppose then, sure, Artegue will do his very best. Here, Sifanu, you're clearly more responsible. You hold on to this vast amount of treasure, and I'm going to go get into trouble.
Okay, I hope you wake up with your clothes on.
I hope I wake up.
There will be some...
fuck it. Yeah, no, Artegue will go out into the wild. Yeah, he'll go out into the wild world there and just do whatever. Hey, you got interesting food? Sure. New drugs? Yeah. Check.
Do you want to leave your hammer behind as well?
Not as worried about
anything.
The hammer.
You're
I
gonna go off and get into trouble. That's your goal.
I mean, I suppose Artegue could study illusionary magics, but that's not gonna happen. So
no, it's wind-based.
In fact, if I start trying to take illusionary magic to go with my tectonic summons, people are gonna look at me real weird.
That's possibly to yes.
Yeah, okay. So now Artegue will sit around and behave himself for like 24 to 48 hours before he's just too bored.
Wait, how long are y'all studying magic for?
I don't know.
I mean, illusionism takes a while. It might be a thing that the rest of the group will say, good luck, Sifanu, with your studies for this term. We'll see you later.
Yeah, maybe Artegue and me can just go back to his place and make a whole Sincala farm for a while.
Or you guys can hit up the plains.
You can hit up the plains, yeah.
Yeah, but hitting up the plains without one of the ritual casters I was counting on to make this possible seems like a poor choice.
But I'm a ritual caster.
Learning
I
illusions.
said without
is
one of.
I do want to do,
So-
when Nightfall comes our first night in HOXOH, I do want to do the moon magic thing, so that way I can do that.
Yes.
Go
you
go ahead and do that, because Artegue will still be behaving himself for 24 to 48 hours.
Well, good. You want to help me with my ritual?
I mean, as I am always down to be helped, I am always down to help a friend.
Excellent. So
This like
this would be
sexy
my
moon
first
magic?
attempt.
Is this like sexy moon magic or like murdery moon magic?
Well, I mean, we'll be naked under the moon's light. That's just standard.
All right, I'm down.
So we find like a little, I don't know, like a grove or a park or a.
Oh,
fucking
there are so
forest?
many amazing things around here. It's like glass domes, mirrors hanging on the walls. Sometimes the walls are an actual mirror. White walls, mercury pools, inverted fountains, ornaments, animated spectacles.
Is there like any little magical grove area?
Yeah, certainly. Why not? There's
Like a little fairy grove.
sounds good to me.
Like glowing night mushrooms. Start
Excellent.
glowing in the moonlight.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, why not?
That's we'll try to find. Eldrida will try to find some kind of more natural, or at least magically enchanted grove kind of environment.
Mhm.
She'll look around and she'll be like, "I can just do magic spells here, right? No, that's cool." In HOXOH.
Everybody's
Alright.
doing spells all the time here in HOXOH.
Excellent. So we just take off our clothes and I start the little ritual circle and.
Artegue strips on down and goes, okay, what's next?
Yeah, so I've never used moon magic before, but my intent here is to try to fulfill my temporary goal in some way and let the moon's light guide me to something in HOXOH that might be of value to Fundibéra or the moon goddess or, something like that that may, I don't know, something along those lines. So good luck, GM. So I'm doing I want the moon's beam of moonlight to guide me where the goddess wants me to go.
One thing that's interesting about HOXOH is that even when the sun comes down, sometimes there are bursts of sunlight from the rooftops. Like, it's the night comes down, it's pitch black, up comes the moon, just like you wanted to, and as you're conducting your ritual, you get disturbed by something like a beam of sunlight coming from a rooftop across the alleyway and just hanging there for lighting up part of the street like it's in the middle of the day for a couple of hours while you're doing the ritual.
Ugh. How annoying.
Which, yes, is part of their magic here. But yeah, they trap sunlight here in various places and just let it out when they want to, illuminate things. Why don't we roll for your ritual?
Yeah, I don't know how to do moon magic or what exactly I can do, so I'm trying to just.
Yeah, moon magic is I believe it's a wind check.
The water.
It's water, even?
Yep. Steph, you changed your stats around so you wouldn't have one
You're
water.
right, it is water. Yes.
I have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, I have
you have
two
two,
across
two,
the
two, two.
board.
So you are outdoors and what kind of sacrifice are we doing here?
Does it always have to come? It comes with the sacrifice all the time.
Yeah, moon magic always does sacrifice of some kind.
I will cut myself and bleed, so I'll take damage.
Okay. That works.
Naked and bleeding. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I didn't figure this was, this is not a huge ritual. This is not something that's, world shaking.
it's
so I think meat
sacrifice is a
bleeding
requirement.
should be good.
Sacrifice is a basic requirement. You can't do.
Oh
the
yeah,
thing
I'm just
without-
saying, like,
yeah.
meat bleeding should be okay.
It's okay. Yes. So water, you have difficulty. I'm gonna say difficulty 1 because you're not gonna do anything particularly advanced here. And you have the bonus of Sir Artegue helping you out. You're not killing him though, so you don't get a bonus die for that, but you do get a bonus die for him being there. So that's 2, 3, and you do have to spend a fate die because it's magic. So I believe we're at 4 dice altogether.
Did I get one from being outside, or is that just required?
That means that it's since you are since you are outdoors, you have level 1 difficulty. If you were indoors, it would be level 2. It's harder to do
Gotcha.
this indoors.
So 4 dice.
Yep.
I do things.
You do things. You invoke the wishes and powers of the moon goddess, and she responds to you. You can feel it, and she will point out somewhere to go to find something that is useful for Fundibéra. It will be like a beacon lighting up. Maybe it's one of those sunbursts that is colored in the silver of the moon. What could be useful for Fundibéra?
Maybe trap moonlight? You said they trap sunlight.
Why not? Yeah, I like that. Trap moonlight.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That worked well for me.
Okay. We gotta go get that. Artegue, get your clothes on.
I mean, are you sure? We're already undressed.
No, that's not.
Okay,
next time.
fine.
Next ritual, we'll do that. Okay.
Just asking. Puts his clothes back on and goes off to go
We head
rescue
toward the shiny.
trapped moonlight.
As you make your way through the town, you will, in fact, get by the Eagle's Ledge that is overlooking the East Sea, and hear the orchestra that plays there. And you will hear them sing the strophes from the old sea. Oh, sea. Oh, sea. See the sea. The roaring sea. Oh, hear the roaring sea. Doth the sea roar? Sea roaring. Yeah. Oh, sea. Oh, sea. And so it goes.
Eldrida, this is the worst.
I don't know what's happening right now. All right, let's do this.
Apparently there's a shift change. Some musicians are leaving and others are replacing them to continue playing this endless loop.
Okay. Well, I guess I continue trying to go find where the source of this light was, this moonbeam guide.
Indeed. How are you going to convince the people who have the moonbeam?
Well, do I see it? Like, is it? I don't understand. So I guess I don't understand entirely. Do I see where this is coming from? And
Oh yeah, no. The ritual, is like a guiding light for you. You know where to go.
Okay, so these folks that are singing have it?
No, it's beyond them. You go into a different part of the town.
So how I deal with them is really just going to depend on who has it. Like, if it's a merchant or a shopkeeper selling such an item in a jar, then I'm going to try to go find some money or
It is
someone to
HOXOH
steal it.
after all.
Or if
this
that's not the
case,
case, I'd love to get Lady Brythanni into this, and maybe she can help us, buy
yeah,
some.
but Lady Brythanni
things.
didn't want to go into HOXOH, so.
No, she didn't. I don't know why. It's great here.
Yeah. Starting to wish I'd stayed out there.
What? But you're here with me.
Oh no, this part's fun. It's just the trippy parts I could have done without.
You are going to meet Termia da Imrit. She has a long silvery hair and appears to have blue eyes to you, Eldrida, but green eyes for you, Sir Artegue.
Super stoked.
What can I do
Hello.
for you? It's fairly late in the night.
Yes, but it is the best time. I point at the jar of moonlight and I say, I'm interested in that.
Aha! This is pure traptured moonlight. I have a trap. It traptures moonlight. So it's traptured moonlight.
Okay,
Follows.
that's great. Can I have it?
Certainly, a simple gold decory, and you can be on your way.
Do you trade?
I will accept a HOXOH as well.
I don't know what that is.
You must be new in town, then.
Yes.
What else might you have to trade? That's a mightily pretty sword.
No. I take out my potions and I put them on the table. And I say, I have created these. They're high quality, and they will this one here cures poisons or any other type of Yep. And this one here, what?
Does
And
it
this
make
one over
you
here.
see things?
No, but I have some things for that if you're interested in seeing things.
Yes.
She takes out a little she takes out like her little baggie Sinkala, and she's like, I do like seeing things. You're gonna take my whole baggie?
She will take a bag of Sinkakla for her captured moonlight. How much do you want to part with?
I don't know. Can I make a water roll to
Yes,
part
you
with
can.
as little as possible? Yeah, I figure that would be.
Now, she will have an extra die because she is crazy.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Well, Eldrida
Yes,
is crazy too.
really.
All right.
She has a single
All right,
success.
here we go, guys. No, I failed. All right, so
Yeah.
you remember that Sinkala that you grew for me, Artegue?
All of it?
I don't know. Whatever Mikkel says is appropriate for
Yep.
my boss.
I'm gonna take. How many doses did you have?
You did not give me on the Sinkala exactly how much.
Okay.
I just grew a field of it, so presumably
Right.
as much as she can carry.
Figure she's
I mean,
walking
I don't
around
know
with
how
a key,
small down it
like
cures.
like a kilo. Give her a kilo. Hello.
You did say so. There were 10 potion ingredients that you gave me.
Yeah.
You could just say that there's 10 doses or whatever of Sinkala, or
Okay, she'll grab 5 of them.
But
Here we
that's
go.
not going to get you through like the day.
I don't know. Maybe it's like that 10 days worth of Sinkala. How about that?
She will take more than you intended to give her. About
Eldrida
twice
looks
as much as
very
you intended
upset.
to give her. Yeah.
And then she looks at her like half-empty bag, and then she looks at the moonlight, and then she looks up at the moon, and back down at her bag, and over. She's like, I don't.
Next
Oh my
time when they ask what you sacrificed, you know exactly what you sacrificed.
You do.
All right.
Maybe the moon goddess did not feel that your blood was enough this time and wanted some
I
of the
guess
good
so.
stuff too.
All right. God bless it. All right, so I have a bottle of moonlight.
All
Whatever
right.
that
Got a
is. All right.
moonbeam in your pocket.
Yep, you have a
Mhm.
moonbeam in your pocket. Is there anything else you wanted to do in a HOXOH while yeah, I'm sure before we leave HOXOH, either Sifanu or Nefria might be interested in this. There will in fact be, this is at the Academy of Nowhere, a midnight lecture, which is held by Parabella. and she is holding a lecture on mastering dreams. Interested? Anyone? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll hit up that symposium.
Yeah, she will have some of her props that she shows during the lecture include some very nice embroidered pillows that are vibrating because of the captured nightmares inside of them. But you will also notice that, in fact, most of the students are one by one falling asleep during her lecture. And as you are trying to keep awake, she's getting more and more irritated by the fact that you're trying to stay awake in the middle of her lecture.
Oh, no, I will get up and leave there. I'm like, no, I don't trust this.
Nobody trusts this. It's HOXOH.
This is... you are invited to sleep on this lecture. It's literally a lecture about dream mastery.
Oh.
All right.
Nefria will... Yeah, Nefria will go to sleep and log into that meeting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah,
I'm game. Let's do it.
The dream equivalent of Zoom teaching. Yes. HOXOH is pretty amazing in the dream world too. And the lecture is much more animated in the dream world. In fact, yeah. There's lots of interesting displays of how you can work your will on dreams in there, and probably quite gonna be fairly memorable, I think. She will know how to handle nightmares when students are having them, and to capture them in one of those pillows that look like really big cages in the nightmare. The lecture hall is in fact much bigger and has like a plain area, like a lawn just outside in the dream. So you can in fact have fun on the lawn as well. This is alternate reality lecturing. The latest technology coming soon to every university and academy in Jasilva.
Nefria is enjoying being approximately 3 inches taller in Dreamland.
Yep.
I'll be looking at the field and seeing a much younger Sifanu being chased by an animated rat he made. I'm like, oh, good times.
Oh, nice. Good memory.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to do in HOXOH before you leave? I guess Sir Artegue and Nefria wants to leave a bit, or and Eldrida wants to leave a bit earlier than the others, because you're taking classes, aren't you?
Learning stuff.
Yes.
I'm seeing how much I can indulge my pain.
You can indulge it quite a bit here. But the question is, do you want your hammer to remain or not?
Well, I don't want to lose my hammer, if that's the question being asked.
Every day is the chance that you get pickpocketed in some way. Pickpocketing a hammer is much harder. But then again, this is the City of Illusions, and if someone can turn your hammer into something else and make you believe that you still have your hammer and make away with it, though it is very heavy, that would be a way to do it. The point being,
this city full of nerds, no one's gonna be able to lift it.
The longer you stay, the longer you're at risk. This goes for you too, Eldrida, with your sword, the scimitar.
Yeah. I'm good to leave. Once I get my jar, I actually look at you and I'll be like, can I just go back to your house and lay in the field? Forever.
So I suppose, presuming at some point we manage to find Sifanu and Nefria when they're not being nerds. Hey nerds, is it cool with you if we, Eldrida and I beat feet? Because, like, know you're having fun in your classes and all, but we're just getting mugged out here.
How long are these classes going to take?
Not in like the fun way.
Not in the way your girlfriend does it.
No, my girlfriend, Eldrida. just fuck enemies. I don't know.
She's your girlfriend.
I mean, like,
come on.
I'd say, like, you guys head off to, like, the plains. Like, I don't know, we meet up in, like, Krolsa or Boddertal.
What?
Like, somewhere here.
Oh,
Why
no,
can't we
the
just go
plains of
back? Why
Moskora.
can't we just go back to Artegue's place?
Oh, down here?
Fontra
Okay,
Cilor
so
is
maybe
Artegue's place.
Back at Artegue.
Okay, that works.
You know. Eldrida's very insistent that they go back to where you're growing all this in college. Like, I mean, this
For
is
some reason.
She needs to re-up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna presume that my dear companions can manage to send a message from here to Fontra Cilor. By chance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
we can
Yeah.
go hang out with your girlfriend.
Then my girlfriend, Eldrida. Eldrida, you go ask her if she's my girlfriend, okay? See
No!
what she says.
Have you seen the look in her eye? I'm not talking to her. She's
I will admit, it's kind of cute when her eyes get like super white and they just, the pupils just shrink down to pinpoints. Some people say that's what a psychopath looks like, but I find it kind of weird.
you're into weird stuff, okay? But I'm not here to kink shame you. I just want to go to your field. We just go hang out at your house.
All right, yeah. So if you guys want to send us a note when we need to come pick you up from your Hogwartsing, we'll
Copyright
come
it.
pick you. Our warts hogging, and aside from that, Eldrida and I are going to go back and crash at my place.
Okay. Like, how long are we expected to be here? Like, after we've
I don't
signed it and
know.
everything? I'm asking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it takes a while to learn illusionism, so you can stay there for weeks and study easily, depending on how much mastery you want. And it's like,
it's not like I
how
have a
long
free
do you
point to
study
spend.
for any type of magic, right?
There forever.
Yeah.
I spent a
maybe
month
3
in
weeks.
sword school, if that
Yeah.
makes a difference. When I did the sword school, it was a month.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I think
Years to learn to talk to rocks. That's why I did it in backstory.
like when Sifanu and Nefria finally leave HOXOH, everything is gonna look so dull. Like, all the colors are gone, all the music, all the laughter, all the thieving. It's just plain boring outside, I guess. But for Sir Artegue and Eldrida, I guess it's a relief to get out of that place, because it's a madhouse.
Geryon is not going to forgive me if I lose this armor.
I know that.
At the moment, I'm just one step away from his good graces.
Lady Brythanni wanted to do one or two things in Nostril while waiting for the others to come back out. Did you want to deal with that here now?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nothing too complicated. I'm just gonna have some different servants when we meet up again.
Very good.
I feel like we should rotate, do some exchanges.
You're right.
Have multiple servants?
Yeah.
Like, I look at Artegue.
She works for an empress who gives her a bunch of servants. I work for an emperor who gives me armor. They're just different relationships.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought okay, I don't understand.
I mean, like,
I thought she made the Empress mad, and that's why you were gonna smack her in the head with your hammer, but you instead decided to smack her in the head with something else.
Well, I mean, any smacking in the head beyond that point was consensual, and the lady let me do it.
What? Yeah, you know what I mean.
But No, she insulted Folda, I hear, and that pissed off Geryon, who feels protective of his then fiance, and so Geryon demanded that she die.
Am I here for this conversation?
Sure, why not? Sure.
Oh, it was all just a silly misunderstanding. You see, Geryon thinks he's apparently in charge of my mistress's household. He was disabused of that notion quickly.
Oh. Okay. So your boss sent you to kill her because she insulted her own boss?
Yeah, and his fiance at the time.
Okay, I see what's happening here. Sometimes I'm just glad I work for a witch. All right, what are we doing?
I mean, on the other side, Geryon's never asked me to ritually sacrifice someone under a new moon. So, tomato, tomato.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I say we should look to go to Hempel. Oh no, you've got new servants. Was there anything?
Oh no, I've done what I came here for.
Oh.
What?
An exchange
You didn't get to
program.
go into HOXOH at all.
But I need to go there.
I mean, to get, I don't know, stuff.
I privately wonder how many of these servants are here willingly.
I nudge Artegue with the mirror, give it to her. Give the mirror to her. Give the mirror to your girlfriend.
Oh my fucking god!
The Empress does seem to have a knack for servants who are in their prime of life, shall we say? Athletic, strong,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know what you need athletic, strong people for sure. I suppose that, yes, Artegue, after Nefria's incessant badgering, takes a mirror and gives it to Brythanni and says, "Here, it's a mirror from HOXOH. Now you got stuff."
Got it for you.
That is not the case.
Don't let him tell you lies.
It's a gift. You can see the back of your head with it. Great for hair.
You can't normally see the back of your head. There you go.
Oh, that.
I don't know. It's all the guy had in his pocket.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Artegue.
No,
you don't have high water, do you?
This alcohol. Lady Brythanni says, and sort of gestures for her servants to get to give Artegue a drink.
So, all right, much more in my element now.
I told you, she's your girlfriend. I see. Look at.
Just think of them, be cute.
Just what I always wanted.
Definitely looking in this mirror, is this gonna blow up?
We don't know either. Maybe
I have a
ask
mirror
the guy
too.
about it.
Eldrida will wander over and look at your mirror, and then she takes out her mirror. She says, "I have a mirror too. There's a demon trapped in mine."
What if you made it look at each other?
No. No. I don't think that's a good idea.
Ship. That's what my kids usually say in this situations. Anyway, are you going to Moskoria at all?
Yeah, once they're done there, again,
yeah, that could work.
whereas Artegue would like to address the Moskorian plains and see if maybe he could do something about them producing crops that can feed a continent. Artegue is thoroughly convinced he should bring the smart guy.
That might
And the
not be a
person
bad
who
idea.
can talk to people.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. I mean, you could probably handle the killer cranes yourself if needed, Artegue.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Smack.
But if killing the cranes were all it took to make the plains fertile, though, I think Geryon would have taken care of it already.
Yes.
I mean, that is his number one go-to. Killing. Did that work?
Killing? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does unkilling them work?
Well, I won't know without
Sifanu.
Say that's Sifanu's world. I mean, I really don't know anything about unkilling.
Unless Lady Brythanni happens to be a genius. Or a
Or is
power.
not. I could probably handle the talking to people, though.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
I'm good with plants and stuff. I do witchy plant stuff. I can identify herbs and things.
All right, we can go check this out while we wait for a message for Sifanu, but I think we're going to need him in the end. Though, in this case, I'll happily let Brythanni talk to people so long as, she's not standing directly behind me while she does so.
So I suppose we are, in fact, going to the windswept plains of Moskoria.
So we're going to the headquarters of my mistress's dearly beloved.
Yes.
In the company of the agent he sent to kill me. You're lucky I'm not of a suspicious mind, or I would think this is a trap.
Honestly, I think we've proven that trapping people, Lady Brythanni, is not one of my strong suits. I will if and when I decide one day that my promise has expired and I'm going to kill you, it's just back of the head as soon as I see you.
He's not
If
going
I
to
see you
kill
first,
you.
handsome.
Eldrida, you're not helping.
Sorry. I'm just saying.
No. But no, I wouldn't possibly drag you to Moskoria to kill you because Geryon has more oompah here. I mean, unless you had something I really wanted.
Wait, so are we doing this?
Yeah, I mean,
Apparently.
we're going to Moskoria. Then my plan is to find people who know about farming and have Lady Brythanni to get them to tell us what's wrong with the farming, and then see what we can creatively brainstorm to fix that, like raising new mountain ranges, diverting rivers from Nastrel, or, I'm pretty much open to anything.
Why don't I could just make a fancy fertilizer. I mean, calm down first. Calm down.
Well, I don't understand.
He wants to geoform.
I don't understand the nature of the problem yet, so I don't know how to solve it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that. So, for reference here, bountiful harvest for one rich harvest for an entire region is difficulty 4.
Which is 4 successes, not power level 4.
That's correct.
I see here. I can get to 5 dice pretty easily. 6 dice relatively easily. 7 dice relatively easily. That's not great odds.
Not entirely, no.
No.
All right, I mean, you're still. I'm not going to say that you're a novice in the craft anymore. You are certainly an adept by now, but not a master yet.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination. And I have other things to do first. But I do need to throw some stone magic at something.
Well, could you ask the
gonna-
land? Like, could you ask the stones and stuff? Like, what the fuck is wrong with them?
That's fair.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
I mean-
it's mostly the salt.
Yeah, because it's mostly from
That's
that
what everybody says anyway. Yeah.
stupid fucking inland sea.
Yep.
Well, maybe you should start with talking to the earth to make sure that is the problem.
You're not wrong. Cost of fate die, though, good.
Would you like Nefria to loan one to you?
No, I got it. All right. Artegue will, gosh.
If you want to talk to not the Earth, you could. We could stop by the Academy in Fontra Cilor. Although I feel like we'd all be old and gray by the time the scholars there finish explaining what they think the problem is.
Can you menace them? Or I'm sorry, not menace. That's the wrong word. Can you threaten them with social discourtesies until they answer in a quick and concise fashion?
I mean, I can certainly try, but scholarly types really aren't my thing.
They're not my thing either. They're more Sifanu's thing, which is the kid. Yeah, though I mean, I'm totally happy to stop by the academy and see if presumably someone's done some studies on this problem.
All right, to the
Academics
Academy
will study anything.
The Academy of Fontra Cilor. That means
Lady
that I have to-
Brythanni, you really have to do the talking though, because I am going to fall asleep the minute one of them talks to me for more than 3 minutes.
we go back to the slums.
Back in my element.
Yes, I mean after the happy city of HOXOH and I mean happy crazy city really of HOXOH and then the happy city of Balgamel, Fontra Cilor is less joyful. People are swearing at you in the streets. Cut purses are, in the alleyways waiting to stab you in the back and grab your purse. Unlike in HOXOH, where they just steal your purse and actually leave you alive without a knife in your back. See, there are degrees in, how and cultural ways, cultural flavor to how they rob you in different places here.
Home.
A civilized place.
Exactly. In this civilized place, they will mug you properly and leave you for dead. That's what we like.
The traditional way, the way God
Nature
intended.
Exactly that. And so the university itself, of course, there is about a dozen faculties with various departments among the temples in the southern market, and they are renowned for their knowledge, and I think that one of the most famous of these departments and faculties is really the one of the meteorologists collegium. Yeah. Which might actually help you.
Not a geology one or like a school of agriculture or...
Oh, I'm sure there is as well, yeah.
Sounds much more reasonable.
But I mean, you do need the rain too, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless it's all rainfall patterns being screwed up, right?
There are Syntals and scholars here. Syntals is the word for professor. Syntals that do specialize in Pazuzu studies. At the meteorology collegium, seeing as Pazuzu is the eternal storm. There are also experts on Marduk in general. Possibly you will find some historians studying the rock of Marduk that smote the Focal Plains and turned it into what it is today. But you want to have contact with a historian discussing, or more of an agriculturalist studying the soil of Moskoria then?
Yeah, trying to find out what the problem is without making Sardigue spend a big die about it.
Ah.
I don't have a fate die to spend on this. Well, magic, I suppose.
Who wants to roll some water to convince them to give you some time? Is that Lady Brythanni doing that?
I will happily take assistance if any is on offer.
I will lend my newly generated HOXOH.
When you can level up, have you? Are we at?
Oh no, I just meant like in general as like a machinator now. Not like that I've upped anything. Just narratively.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
In.
So this
sorry,
is happening.
I thought you were still in HOXOH.
I thought we were.
Yeah, I thought you were still.
Still training.
Oh, okay, no, that works.
You're in HOXOH.
Yeah. Eldrida can help with 2 fate dice though, 2 water dice though, because she
I do have 2
does
water
have 2
die
water.
that I can try to roll for you.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
Just
I'm
rolling
average
one
at
is not a
everything,
good odd.
actually. Huh?
Me rolling 1 is not a good idea.
No. I'll roll my 2.
Yep.
I got 1 success.
Yay! That's an extra die for Lady Brythanni. I'm gonna give the local Sintels an extra die for reputation and, general authority. Because, Sintels are important people. Yep. So that's gonna be 3 dice for the Sintel, because water is not their specialty.
Well, I'm important too.
Yes, you are. And you have 4 dice already, because water 3, and, did you want to add anything else that is reasonable?
I mean, I don't think I have anything on my sheet that would suggest that I have bonuses here other than who I work for. I guess I could name drops a little bit if I have to.
Empress. Yeah. I'll give you one for that. Yeah.
I mean, they're already on thin ice with her because they were kind of awful to her when she first came back, and so she was like, you know what? I'm a boost the academy at not Fontra Cilor. See how you like them apples. All right. So,
All right. Go ahead.
oh, that is not great.
It's a success.
Well, I did talk my way into that adoption forever ago, so
I rolled a single success, and it's a 6. So yes, you did talk yourself into that. Are we re-rolling things?
we sure are. Oh, there we go.
That's
Woohoo!
better. Now we have, in fact, 2 successes versus 1. So, yes, with that, you will, in fact, impress the scholar enough to lead you into the collection of dusty scrolls and tomes on the matter of the development of the Moskorian plains from the end of the Klavikan Empire until today. A regular tome of lots of, parchment between the pages. Yeah, it's vellum, even. Very nice. Yeah, exactly. And they will explain that it is the saltification from Lac Lacrimal that is to blame, apparently. Yes. So they are basically confirming all the rumors from the street and, the common wisdom. They do not really have any other view on that.
Is there any sort of useful insights about, the, condition of the soil from the collection that we are now perusing? I mean, Lady Brythanni knows nothing about such things, so she'll just sort of gesture at the shelves, going.
It will be useful for Sir Artegue, actually, for doing tectonic summons, as he will learn more about the substance of the soil, the composition of it. Salt there, and then we have, this type of dirt there, and even the classification. You're used to tasting these things, and for some reason the Sintels are not using their tongues on the samples. You have no idea why.
You can tell how salty this earth is much faster if you just lick it.
The Sintel will be like, we use looking glasses here? Yes, it's a kind of like a spyglass, but for objects close by to see them in greater detail. Yes.
Yes. Lady Brythanni keeps the scholars talking so that Sir Artegue doesn't get us uninvited.
Though Artegue will, once he realizes there is actually, someone wrote down information about dirt. Well, that's sensible.
Oh, right.
Artegue will peruse the indicated section about dirt. And salt.
This magic nonsense. This is the real shit right here.
Dirt's very important.
Clearly.
This is how normies do things.
It's not quite as important as stone, but it's not.
I mean, in this, so far as it's very, very, very small stones.
Also, kind of like very small dead things. So, like, there may be some opportunity for Sifanu as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, there must be a lot of bone dust in interwoven and all that stuff.
So curiosity, this the rock that Marduk threw, to create that enormous hole and the mountains, etc., etc. I don't suppose that's like an actual rock that's like still sitting there, like an enormous.
Oh no!
Okay,
As far as we know,
check.
it disintegrated on impact and while destroying the blasphemous Wadamites. Yes.
Oh, shame. Not enough good blasphemy in the world.
Blasphemy is really good.
So anyway, tell me more about your thesis.
Always works.
Right?
Academy. Well, you see. I wonder if Briar ever comes by here. If they study geology here, he must have come by at some point. Studying
naturally
the musicality of metals, though he is mostly interested. No, he's. I don't know where he is. He's probably still holed up in the Isokra Temple. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like he would move very easily.
I mean, Trinsmyran is awesome because all the iron ore in the mountains, and it might be that he's just been cruising that place and collecting samples.
He's going on a little
Briar is
personal tour.
he's really into rock music.
He is. He is really into rock music. It's his favorite kind. It's literal rock music. That's what he does.
So out of wild curiosity, is anyone who's been writing in these books about the salt coming down from the Forkal plains there? So salt comes down with the water from the plains, from the lake.
Yep.
Fontra Cilor doesn't actually use this water to do much of anything, to my knowledge.
Oh, it's
Account of it being
excellent for waste
salty.
disposal.
I mean, aside from that.
No. You can put a boat on it too. Yeah. That's about it. You transport things from Famarul down to Fontra Cilor and back again.
All right. I was pondering, how bad would it really be if I just stopped the flow of water entirely?
Says the Sintal, stopping the flow of water to Fontra Cilor. Interesting idea. It would cut off the main transportation for goods. That is for sure. Also, as salty as the water is, there's still some water in there, which is good for drinking if you have diluted it properly, filtrated it to get rid of some of that excess salt. So as far as plants and animals go, it's not a desert here yet, but I think it would speed up desertification in Moskoria quite quickly, yes. It's a conundrum, this, for the Moskorian plains. It feeds the salt into Moskoria, but it also feeds Moskoria, as it were.
Lady Brythanni, I'm going to guess Folda is going to be against me turning off the water that runs through her city.
Survey says yes. I seem
Reasonable.
to recall Master Scoffer was going on and on and on and on about transportation issues already being a thing. Seriously, that man never shuts up.
That sounds mind-numbing.
Why do you think I was so eager to come and hang out with you guys?
Yeah. Well, I figured it's just because I was so gosh darn handsome, but
I told you.
He does have very wide shoulders.
It's very strong.
like a ziggurat.
Not so
built
much
the
up
wrong
here,
way.
though, okay? Not so much up here.
I have a funny functional brain. Just don't have any manners.
That's true. That is true.
It's refreshing.
See? All right, then. I suppose a long-term solution for... Yeah.
So do I know he's a tectonic summoner? I can't remember.
He has a reputation. Why don't we roll that just to see what happens? I marked your reputation down as 3 here for some reason.
Ooh.
Well, I presumed the third dot was that dot of reputation I got for my one act anti-Creationist.
I'm thinking that, yes, probably.
Because I think otherwise the party default at the moment's 2 after
Yeah.
Marjura.
Also, I'm wondering if everybody hasn't raised your reputation even more after being in Trinsmyran and, you know, actually leading the rebellion up there. Like, you did single-handedly lead a group, the Reavers, to grab one of the mines. That is
I
one
also
of
hit
those.
prawns with a hammer.
And
Yeah,
you've
didn't
hit
we
Prowse
make up
with
a whole
hammer.
lie about that, though?
What did we lie about?
All sorts of things.
Yeah, didn't we tell the guys we released to tell lies? We were never here.
Yes, you did. You're absolutely right. Yeah, fair enough. So you've taken steps to prevent the spreading of your name. Fair point. Harder with the whole Sir Artegue smack someone in the face with a hammer, though.
That's true.
Oh, Brythanni should know I'm Artegue's a tectonic summoner because when Franz first woke up outside, Artegue was covered in earth armor.
Yes, this is true.
That's fair enough. I was just thinking, not that I out of character even know anything about how tectonic summoning works, but I mean, salt is a mineral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just summon all the salt out of the ground?
Can I desal? Okay, Mikhail.
I mean, yes,
Can I
but
desalinate water?
yes, but I mean, well, this is the interesting part here, isn't it? I like the inventiveness here, earth and stone, and yeah, desalinate water. You don't have any power over the water, but you have power over the salt. Is that the point here?
Yes, and the water's not.
You know what? I'm gonna say no because of the. It depends on the water. I'll say that it depends on the water. You can't do it from the river Kafasa because it's too big a body of water. See again the rules about bodies of water and the limits of magic. You just can't reach the salt in that body of water. Same thing as with the oceans and stuff. It's too big a river. With a smaller creek, you could do it. Like if there was a smaller flow, you could probably talk to the salt in the water and get it out of there.
Right, but that is straight out for the moment until Folda, institutes a massive series of public works to make them small enough rivers for me to desalinate.
Yes.
As an interim solution, though, so what's more effective, Mikhail? Because I really don't. I'm nobody's geologist in real life. What's more effective here? Bountiful harvests, or trying to convince the earth that it just wants to swallow that salt down on deeper? What's a more effective solution to the...
Mechanically, I don't really see the difference. The effect you want to get is growing a lot of plants in an entire region and getting the rich harvest, right?
Okay.
And if you want to do that permanently, it's even harder, right? Because difficulty 4 is for one harvest, for one region.
Well, I imagine like a series of public works, if that was a thing, might give them bonus dice.
Yes, down the line.
Yes, just not something we could accomplish right now.
Exactly.
Well, okay, then, so either way we cut it, like, having a particularly clever answer isn't going to get us through this in an easier fashion, because however we want to flavor the magic, the end result we're looking for is the same.
It's mechanically, and it's I mean, you're asking for basically miracle working beyond what Jesus Christ did. so that's a high difficulty.
Well, I mean, Artegue probably thinks of himself as Jesus. He's fine with that. No, there's no Jesus here. Let's not confuse things. So yeah, I suppose then let's. Unless Brythanni, Eldrida, either of you can think of anything more intelligent here, I'm thinking that's about all the information there is to have. And now we wait for Sifanu, then throw dice at it, and see if we can get a year's worth of good harvest here. Or a season's.
A season's worth of good harvest in Moskoria. In the Moskorian windswept plains. All right.
Yeah, like I was hoping the problem would be wind or something, so I just had to erect a small mountain range.
Erecting a small mountain range is still a big thing, because you're talking about a region. So, regional effect.
In Artegue's head, that's easier.
Okay.
He got along famously with the volcano.
You did, but that was a single volcano, not an entire mountain range. So, I just wanted to wrap up here with the actual Moskorian attempt, because Rob has been patiently working towards this entire session, so I wanted to give him the opportunity to do this.
Well, I'm a very patient man.
Yes.
All right, so...
4 successes we need to get a good harvest out of Moskoria.
Okay, so we'll have my usual pool of 3. I'll spend 2 fate die so that I could have a bonus for the research.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know that I'm any help at all, but I will help if I
Well,
can.
I don't think ritual participants actually need to be spellcasters.
They don't. On the other hand, there is... I'm going to say that there's going to be a limit to how much you can boost your ritual by having people attend. Basically, beyond a certain point, you could break the world by having 20 participants in a ritual.
Oh, right.
I'm not going to allow you to do that. Like, how about I break away a continent and make it float into space? And I have 20 people with plus 20 dice. No, I'm not going to let you do that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I think we just solved our empire problem.
Would it be possible
Kartorna is
for
now
like
in space.
for like Lady Brythanni to like, use her influence to encourage the farmers in that region to like really work the soil? It's gonna work, guys. You just gotta lean in.
She
I
has
have
none in
no
the
influence
region.
in Moskorian.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, that's Geryon, unfortunately. Though I suppose Geryon does have influence 3 here. I suppose I could poke him for help.
Yes, you could.
All right, hey boss, I'm spending a fate die.
I will not be seen while he attempts to do this.
Right?
Go hide somewhere.
Just here, take my heavily embroidered face veil. Hey Geryon, I think I might be able to help people feed themselves in Moskoria. I know you're mad, but hear me out. Like if maybe you could just get the farmers or any other spellcasters you might have hang out in Moskoria to come give me a hand.
When you come into Geryon's chamber, you'll actually find him wearing a porcelain mask of Brythanni's face. This is what you wanted to see, wasn't it?
I mean, no, boss. I really wanted to see your tits. Do you got a pair of Brythanni's tits on under that too?
So if we wanted to try to max the Steph, one of the moon things is imbue power.
Oh.
And then I could take your spot in the ritual, right? Max the ritual, you do the imbue power thing, and maybe Mikhail lets us work it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you know where the moon magic is? Do you have a book in English?
Yeah, it is the Sulfur Winter Rules translation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Difficulty 1, and the number of successful dice is the number of bonus dice you get for one chosen roll. Your own.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's all, yeah.
So if Eldrida wants to do her another moon magic thing, you can do that. And imbue her with power.
That costs me another fate die, doesn't it?
It does indeed. On the other
I'm down to
hand,
2 fate die, guys.
I could loan you one as Nefria. We can pool this. Like,
You
we've been through
can.
some shit.
Okay.
All right,
Teamwork
we'll take
makes
one
the
from
dream work.
Nefria instead.
Done.
Okay, so I am using Nefria's, and I am rolling 2 for water.
Yeah, and one for imbue magic.
That's it.
Yep. That's a success. Because
The planet boss
the
to
difficulty
me,
is 1. You only have the 1 success, though. So you're standing in some kind of alleyway or in the back of Sir Artegu's estate and dancing naked and under the moonlight. And giving Sir Artegu an extra die to his tectonic summons.
Mike. So, okay, that puts me at 7, Mikhail, and then I ask the question, how many... actually, I'm sorry. First off, Geryon, no, really. You realize an army marches on its stomach. Your army will march much better on its stomach if it actually has food that you didn't have to buy from Tricoria.
So what is your proposal?
I propose that you send me whatever spellcasters or, like, farmers or I don't know, boss. I'm trying to fix the soil in Moskoria. Do you have anything in Moskoria that deals with the soil? That's kind of a big picture question. That's usually what I count on you for.
Well,
small picture is me.
Yeah, asking Mikhail. Since got influence 3. Can I have the Can I use a fate die? Do you have the influence start building like aqueducts or something?
I mean, you can do big things with that level of influence. Absolutely. Where did I go? The actual rules for the Game of Shadows. There we are.
I swear to God, if there's an example in there for a player
There
who
is-
wants to terraform.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you can do some potent stuff. You can... where did that go? Expensive military support, arresting enemies, great sums of money, unique and useful information. So, yeah.
Unique information, a great place to do this ritual in Moskoria.
Yeah, why don't we give you...
That's
I'm
at
going
the
to say
center of ley lines or something.
level 3 influence, 3 extra
Or,
dice to
you
the
know,
roll. There we go, because...
military engineers to do your public works
Yeah.
support.
So, 3 extra dice because of Geryon's manipulation of the locals. How about that?
Thanks, Gary, and I appreciate it. We'll have a beer later.
Let's make the roll.
So hold on. It's 2, 5. 5's me. 1 for the information. 1 for the moon magic. 3 for Geryon. Puts me at 10. Sound about right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Does us helping give him any more dice in the ritual?
Oh yeah, can I pick up some ritual assistance?
I'll give you 2 extra for the ritual. There we go.
Sure. And I drag
Insane amount
everybody
of
into
dice.
it. Everybody's down there tasting the earth. It's great.
We've seen how wrong 17 dice can go. Like, let's 12 here is.
Artegue is really explaining what the texture of that grit on your tongue means in terms of soil composition.
That ritual, this level is gonna be felt. 12 dice.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Hold on. 1.
No,
I don't
that's
think
fine.
you can hide this,
there,
dude.
there are no ones among his fake dice, so he's fine.
Right. But I only have 2 successes.
What?
What? 1,
Do you have a reroll?
2.
Tell me you have a
You should
reroll.
reroll some dice.
Tell me you have a reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
you
is
used a volcano.
Definitely gonna remind me about the time I
Used a volcano.
I used a volcano to assault the Iron Tower, and I had to really flex my stone magic for that. So, gee, I suppose I'll re-roll
10 dice.
10 dice. 10 dice.
Jesus Christ. What the?
That's better.
There we go. There we
Look at
go.
them sixes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4
Nine.
sixes altogether. That is power level 6 on this. It's
Yes.
gonna be a bountiful harvest on Moskoria for the first time in living memory.
It'll be real easy to grow things this year.
Yes. Yes. And since Moskoria is kind of warm, your growing season goes all the way into the late fall in Paratorna. Very nice. We'll see how we use that. 4 extra dice for something cool on a grand regional level for, I guess, Geryon or something? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'd assume it was for Geryon.
Yeah, right?
But then maybe he won't be mad at me anymore.
Exactly.
And he'll give me a shadow command so I can level
Also,
up.
everyone will know that you've done this spell because you didn't hide it, and the vibrations of this is like, wow. Fontra Cilor,
think it's
HOXOH, the
possible.
Kishat,
Yeah. It's not possible
Whoa.
either, but it isn't anti-creationist,
No.
correct?
No, straight up creationist.
Yep, straight up creationist. He's asking Tammuz and for a bountiful harvest, and that is something you're allowed to do. I think if the Kishat ever meets Sir Artegue, they will venerate him as a faithful priest of Tammuz.
For like the first 30 seconds.
Yes.
Until he
Wow.
opens his mouth.
I mean, Tammuz is a fertility deity. As long as you have somebody helping you, you might be able to sell that.
I have no problem with Tammuz at all. And Brythanni can help me sell it all day long. Because she has the social skills to do so.
Indeed. All right, I'm gonna say that as much as the consequences of this will be echoing, we will in fact end the session here. We have delved into the shenanigans of these adventures for the summer and early fall, and yeah, apparently they are actually earth-shattering changes afoot in Moskoria, literally speaking.
2 of them went to school.
Sifanu applauds you. So proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Right?
Which
You did
funny the
earth-shattering
fact
magic without me? Excuse me?
The funniest part is
It'll be
there's
fine.
only
I took notes.
only
Sifanu loves
2
notes.
dice of actual ethereal remains after that, not like dozens.
Yeah, just wouldn't want to try to cast that again until my experience is refreshed.
Fair point. All right.
I blew through all of mine.
Thanks everyone for listening and watching, and we will see you next time.
All right.